Okay, so welcome to Saltmarsh session 4. Um, we were quite localized last session. Spent a bit of time in the town after coming back from the haunted house, which turned out to be the cover for the smuggling ring. You came back into town, discussed more with the council, how they think the operation's going, and you found that they believe there'll be a seaside to this this sort of venture. And after they've done a bit of questioning of the 2 smugglers that you brought back, they found out that the ship tends to return on the new moon, which in this month is the 18th. So you had a bit of time to yourselves to just rest, recuperate, and explore the town a bit more. So, some of the things you got up to, Mr. Picard was intent on visiting the leathersmiths for what we thought was perhaps clothes to start off with, but then turned out to be the idea of something to cover his ghostly arm, so that it didn't arouse suspicion and cause people to become scared of it. And it was at the leathersmith that you found Kiona, and she was more than happy, more like excited to have this new project, and she came up with this quick sketch, and she's currently working on that, and it's due in a couple of days, I think. So that'll be good to pick that up. Also, Ozzy realised his combat skills are probably a little bit rusty from his constant whining and dining, and perhaps he should get himself a bit of a ranged weapon. So he asked his good friend Scarrick to make him a crossbow, which was completed with the help of the carpentry guild in the town, and you now have that in your possession.
And it has a nice engraved rose on the side, and Scarrett customized it like with the purple stock,
purple
and
heartwood.
stuff.
Yeah, it's a really nice weapon. And you did test it on, I can't remember if it was Davin or Gavin.
It was one of the two, and I think
one of them got shot.
Well, I pretended to shoot it at him, and he dropped a load of hot stuff, and then I ended up testing it on a seagull.
That was it.
I got a natural 20.
You did.
Blew its arse all out.
Yeah.
Picard spent a lot of time staring out to sea, just generally staring. Ozzy and Styles, you spent some time going around the local taverns and just sort of seeing what you could find from the crowd, buying people drinks, making friends within the town. And I believe you found some information about the smugglers?
We found, not really, well, we found out, I think the name of the ship was something like Ghost of the Sea or something like that.
Sea Ghost.
Sea Ghost.
Yeah.
And I think they said there was a spellcaster on board, a wizard of some nature, and like just general thugs and stuff. I think that was basically all we learned.
Yeah. So a little bit of information now. I think, is there anything I've missed that you did in town?
Yes, we also visited Captain Zandros.
Oh yeah.
The tiefling woman who, in fact, do you have a handout picture of her?
Yes, I will find her for you.
You better be hot, because Ozzy was acting like she was super hot.
I think you've already seen a picture, James, in the other group. But she is hot. 'Cause... She's thick. And yeah, we learned that she. Oh yeah, there we go.
See that?
Yeah. Fuck that.
We learned that she, for 50 gold, 50 gold a week, she can go hunting for magical items or artifacts that you request.
It might be out of our price bracket at the moment.
At the moment, she seemed a little bit out of our price range for a level 2 characters. But it's always like the video game where it's like, you're not high enough level yet. And we know that she she supplies fish and food to Ayus,
King?
Ayus, yeah.
the dodgy continent ruled by the demigod called Ayus,
That's
which is
correct.
that book that you about that book you found.
Yeah.
That I've been reading. We also spent a couple of nights, obviously, in the tavern. Ozzy did a performance and tried pulling a 70-year-old lady.
This was it. Yeah, this was a good bit.
And she was like pissed, and she gave him 10 gold. And then her husband, Bluto, the next morning came and tried to get it back off me, but told him where to go. And
You did give him his money in the end.
Yeah, in coppers.
oh, I did, yeah.
didn't
I pulled it
On the
all
floor.
out over him on the floor, yeah. And I made out to everyone that I had my way with her in a room, even though she didn't. And I can't remember. Is that it?
I think that's everything, yeah. It was a
By
lot
the
of
way,
just like.
you said that I had my way with her, not Ozzy.
I mean, I'm in character part, you know.
It is.
Are you method acting?
I am
during-
always method. I spend most of my time as Ozzy at the house. Sarah gets really pissed off. We obviously the council, like we spent a bit of time talking to the council. They have given us a little boat, and we've got grappling hooks as well, haven't we?
Yeah, you've seen the boat. You have 2 guards who will helm that for you. They have said that they won't assist you.
Yeah, there's
what
apparently
you
there was a
do,
couple,
but they
like
will.
2 people were going to come with us or something.
Yeah, so they'll basically steer the boat and
And
protect
it's
the boat.
and is it Anders Solman that is sort of organising this side of it?
There's a bit of Anders and a bit of Gellin. Gellin
Yeah.
has invited you to his house, which is
Yeah, he
where
has,
we'll
yeah.
start. But yeah, Anders has some control over this fleet. So does Gellin. So like as a council, they're sort of funding this operation. But Gellin did also say that he would put you up because Picard mentioned additional money, and Gellin said
No,
he
that
would pay
was
for you-
Styles.
Oh, Styles mentioned the additional money.
No,
but
expenses.
Expenses.
Yeah, but I
so
go to the tab, didn't I, in the pub?
Yeah,
That's
that's what
it,
I mean.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
expenses.
Gellert's front in that, so you don't have to pay for stuff. For
We
this.
also learn. Well, I think it's assumed at this point. We didn't learn 100%, but it's assumed at this point that Picard apparently doesn't sleep and he doesn't eat or drink, seemingly.
He's a cheap date.
And he also he also stayed up all night learning about the tides and seems to have the tides and moon cycle memorized.
That he does.
Yeah, I think that was
Super.
about it.
Just to save asking stupid questions later. The little cove that under the creepy mansion. I think it's not big enough for the ship to come into. That would stay off on the shore and send a boat. If anything.
Yeah, it's not large enough for a ship. There
rubber.
was there's like a keel boat sort of thing. Well, a smaller keel boat. So yeah, you can fit like a decent sized boat in there, but not like a ship. Yeah.
Okay.
And also the only other thing, just off the top of my head, on the way back from that house, Ozzy smoked from that pipe that he found, and it was had some weird smoke apparition of him doing a concert. It was a bit of a funky pipe that we haven't quite identified or worked out yet.
Styles then gifted that to Scarrick.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those prisoners, it appears that they were going to be hung by the neck until death, which seemed to excite
However,
Picard.
You have bargained that they will be kept alive until you complete this second part of the mission. Yes.
Indeed. Oh, and
Very
Picard pulled out a weird compass out of his belongings.
He did.
With a weird... Because I listened back to your description, Paul, because I didn't really take it in at the time. And you said it had a weird, a stone on the top of it with a face with an open mouth. And it was a brass and compassy, but
Compass.
like
One of those compassy compasses.
ornately decorated.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think that is everything.
Okay. So, as we open this session, we can open it with going to Gallon's house, if you wish. We've got possibly, let's see, we're on the 12th day of planting. So there is 6 days until the new moon, and about 2 days before you can collect your goods from Kiorna's leathersmiths. So I think you were invited to Gellens by one of the maids, I believe. I think so. Last session. Anyway, you were.
Well, no, Gellin himself invited us.
Yeah, wasn't it? Get
Did
them?
you?
Yeah, when we
I
was
can't
in the
remember if we sent
council
someone out.
meeting, he
I
said,
can't think of any other town
Oh,
I've
swing
spoken
by.
to anyone about.
yeah, he just said
Yeah.
like, feel free to pop by and come and say hello. He sort of addressed it to Ozzy, but it was a group invitation.
So, if you wish to go to his house, I can tell you where it is.
Yeah, sure.
So you head towards the docks. Gallon's house is here, just on the edge of the docks, and it overlooks a lot of the main piers where cargo gets unloaded and things are stocked up. The house is large, 2 stories, with one side of it seems like an octagonal tower that seems to go from the base layer up to the top. It's in good condition, although a bit worn from the sea air, which constantly erodes the buildings around here. However, you knock on the door, and you're greeted by a well-dressed maid with shoulder-length black hair, who greets you. Good day. How can I be of assistance?
The man of the house, Gellin Primewater, has invited us for dinner, I believe.
Oh yes, yes. He did say. Please bear with me while I get him. Come in.
What's your name, ma'am?
It's Amber.
Amber. Pleasure
But,
to meet you, Amber.
Please. My name is not really important, sir. She leads you into a large hall.
Okay.
Just writing that down. She leads you into a large hall and then moves towards the back of the house and goes through a couple of doors. There's stairs sort of up the center and then wings that come off and sort of go into the house. You notice everything in here is quite lavish. There's like an owlbear rug on the floor in the center, and everything is highly polished. The banister on the stairs, which is like a dark oaky wood, is like almost gleaming and looks like it's never used. But
It's just
you
like
can
one of
tell it's
the
from maintenance.
biggest houses in Saltmarsh by the looks of it.
Yeah, there is.
You said he's pretty wealthy, didn't you?
Yeah, he is, and from knowing sort of the buildings in Saltmarsh, his Anders estate and the Eder estate are like the 3 biggest family estates on here. So yeah, it's a nice place. And after a short time, she comes back. The master will see you in the study if that's okay. And follow me. And she leads you up the stairs. And as she does, you sort of come up and head to the right.
As we heading up, can I just say to Pike Card, it's quite a lavish place, this, wouldn't you say?
Yes, it's rather lovely. I could happily see myself living here.
Could
Couldn't
you now?
Oz?
I mean, I'd love to have a place like this of my own. Does this sort of thing spur any memories? Do you have a home like this, do you think?
Fortunately, I cannot remember, Mr. Oz. Definitely feels quite nice, but I can't say for certain.
I wonder if you've got a maid.
You stay away from my imaginary maid. Mr. Oz.
I cannot guarantee that. Come on, this way.
And as she leads you up, the wall sort of cuts at almost like a 45, and there's double doors, which she opens up into a large octagonal room. Now, it's at the back of the house, and it seems to be in this tower that you saw from the base. And at the first level, leaded windows surround 3/4 of the room, so it's instantly really bright, really airy, and you get a good view out across the other side of the harbour and stuff like that from where you're standing. In the centre of the room, there's a large desk on a raised platform, and then down from the step is like a nice, comfortable seating area. And sitting behind the desk in this exorbitant outfit of deep purples and sort of like white fur collars, and it looks like it's white with like a little black dots in, is Gellin. And as soon as you enter the room, "Oh, hello, friends. Thank you for coming. Absolutely splendid. Please, come in, come in." And he gets up from the desk and comes round.
Galen, I love the outfit. Magnificent as always. I shake his hand.
Yes. A colour to your taste, Ozzy.
Indeed.
Absolutely splendid to see you back in town.
Oh,
How
thank
long
you.
has it been? 2, 3
Ah,
months? Maybe longer?
yeah, a few months. Yeah. It's been a while. It's been a while. Yeah. But you know, can never stay too long. Stay away too long from Saltmarsh. Lovely place. And of course, my
That
good
it
friend
is.
Scarrick lives
Yes.
here. So
Now, I
Scarrick,
must
and he
say, I've been here
grabs you on
for
the shoulder.
quite a few years now, and I'm shaking his hand at the same time. And
That you
I
have.
didn't ever think I'd be standing in this room looking out over this beautiful view. I mean, I must say it's an amazing house you have here, pal.
Yes. Well, come, Scarrick. Some of your work we'll be able to see. And he leads you to the
Oh,
window.
lovely.
And from there, as you look out, you see his windows look down onto most of the piers, and you can see the ships coming in and emptying the cargo. At this point, we'll say it's like around lunchtime, so fishing vessels are around. And he points to one in the distance. See that, Scarrick? Well, do you remember the manacles that you made me?
I think so.
That ship carried one of the finest beasts you've ever seen in your manacles. Absolutely splendid work. I do believe there was a slight... No, that must have been another time. Anyway, yes, your work has indeed helped my fleet, so thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely no problem. If you ever need anything else, you know where to come.
As I do. I wouldn't go anywhere else, my short friend.
Good,
And
good. Nice
he
on the
looks,
shot. Yeah.
he looks to the others. He's already ignored you as you start to think. He like turns to...
Like grumbling a little bit.
And he comes across to you, Picard. And you, good sir, Mr. Picard, isn't it? How are you? Bloody marvellous arm.
Well, I'm well, thank you. It's
And you see him go to try and shake it.
I grew it myself.
you did. I
Yes.
saw it very quickly.
It's caused me quite the commotion, really. Some people love it, some people hate it.
Well, do you know what I say about the haters? Fuck 'em.
Ha ha ha!
And it's up to you if you want to do that literally. Now, how's your memory going? And he sort of taps you on the head a little bit.
Unfortunately, Mr. Gellin, it is much as it was when I woke up on those lovely sands of yours.
Such a shame. I'm sure it'll come back, good fellow. And you? Yes, Mr. Styles, isn't it? He comes across and shakes your hand.
It is, thank you.
A newer person in town, I believe.
I've been a few times. I come and go.
Splendid. So much traffic in a busy town like this. Sometimes it just excites me so much. Anyway, please, come. And he ushers you over to the seating area, and there's enough room for all of you on a couple of like larger couches, a chaise lounge and that. And he sits in the center of this like rich mahogany table in the center. Is this large platter with a cloche over the top, and He says, "Have any of you ever had a chorus fruit?"
A what
And his
now?
eyes are like wild. Chorus fruit from
Chorus
across
fruit.
the oceans.
I have many.
I
I have sung many a chorus, but a chorus fruit. Now that's new.
don't know. I've heard crazy myths about these chorus fruits making you phase through walls and things like that.
A
Would,
myth, I'm sure.
would I
Well,
would I
look,
have heard of it, Paul?
make a
Oh, rubber dice.
nature check.
Nature
I'm
check.
go-
Actually,
I'm
history. Make a history
I'm,
check. 'cause
History.
it's
I'm going
more
to do
like
the same thing because I want to know if I know it.
18 for 19.
I was just making a
19 for
Minecraft
20.
joke.
20. Ozzy, although you rolled high, I'd say in the sort of areas you've been in the world, you haven't come across this, but you
Mhm.
do know of like there's foreign fruits like of rich nature.
Mm.
Styles, I'd say you have maybe seen one before, but never possibly tried one. I'll leave it at that.
Scarab, you sound like you know what this is. You come across this before?
No, well, unless Paul, well, it was, I was just making a Minecraft connection.
Oh, was you?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Minecraft. No.
I take that
I
back.
bet you wouldn't have heard of it.
Oh
Um,
no, I just heard silly things at the pub. You know how it is. I suppose I'll try anything once.
I'll happily try and
I've,
phase through a wall.
I've seen
It's-
it. I've
it
never been able
takes-
to afford one though.
He takes the cloche off,
Really?
and there's these like purple balls, which rounded at one end, then going into spikes, almost like a pineapple, but a deep dark purple. And he passes the platter around and offers you all one.
I'll
Thank you very much.
take one and bite into it.
Okay. Um,
Mr. Picard, you not taking one?
No, I'm not. I'm not hungry.
oh,
But
come on, good sir.
Thank you for the offer.
You never try something as sweet as this.
Mr. Picard, it's rude to.
Oh,
It'll be rude
I'm
to.
I'm sweet enough, thank you.
And he leans back and lets out this huge belly laugh. And so curious, so curious. Anyway, he takes one himself and he bites into it. And as you guys each taste it, the first thing you get is the skin is slightly taut, almost like a peach, but edible. And as soon as you bite into it, you just get this blast of like bitterness at first, which almost dries your mouth out. And then, just as you're about to sort of spit it out, it changes into a sweetness that you rarely taste. It's almost like a really fine mead, and yeah, very pleasant to eat. And after you've had a couple of mouthfuls, you start to feel a bit lighter, almost in your body, as if you're almost like that early stages of being drunk. But yeah, how do you think? Do you like them?
Oh, it's very sweet. Very sweet.
Quite nice, but is this a drug of some sort?
Oh no. Unless they came over on the ship and got a bit tainted. I mean, I've been eating them for days and I feel fine. And he sort of eats one and just like stares and smiles for a bit.
Okay then. Right.
Yeah, really,
Anyway,
really hits you strong. It's good though, tasty.
I haven't even got you a drink yet. Please, what would you like?
I'll take
I
a
suppose I'll take an ale.
whiskey if it's one going.
Whiskey? Yes.
I'll have a rum.
A rum? And you, Mr.
Come
Picard?
on, lads. It's only lunchtime and you're all having the hard stuff.
Nothing for me, my good man, thank you.
Oh, no. You are a strange one. He moves to the corner of the room, and you see this this globe in a large wooden sort of stand, and he goes to it and undoes a small clasp, and the top half of the globe folds back, and inside are all these different bottles of things.
As he's doing that, I just sort of say quietly to Picard, Mr. Picard, do you not have any appetite at all? Like, it's a bit unusual that you're not eating or drinking anything.
Picard Pike card, so he turns to Oz and he says, Mr. Oz, I do not question your life choices and I do not expect you to question mine. Are we understood?
Yeah, but you'll die, right? Of starvation? Thirst? I don't want you to die again.
I hold up my hand in front of him and I say, I'm already living in a nightmare!
And as you do, Gollum sort of turns around for a second and shakes his head and carries on pouring the drinks and comes back with this tray. He serves you a rum. It's a dark one. Sweet, but has a spice note on the tail. The whiskey, very pleasant. Seems to be aged well. And the ale, he just pulls out. It's bottled, which is quite rare to have a bottled ale. It is in a glass, which again is something that you don't normally see. But he pops the cork. It's a fine, light ale. Well, please. And he pours himself a rum as well and sits at the table.
You do very
Now.
well for yourself, Mr. Prime
Well.
Water.
How do you do? And I'm like inspecting the bottle quite appreciatively.
This is a thing called glass. Very, very rare. And also highly delicate, but I can get more if you break it, don't panic. Yes, this is the fruit of trade, you see.
Right.
Trade is a marvelous thing. A man can start with nothing and end up here.
Looks like I took the wrong career path.
Don't fool yourself, it's not for everybody. You, my friend, are a talented musician, and that is something in itself. Now, please.
I do get groupies. Do you get groupies for being a merchant?
You could trade in groupies if you wish, but
That's true. That's true.
that's not something I'm really into, if I'm all too honest.
I
Also-
approach I approach Master Gillen and I say, in all your years of trade, have you ever seen anything like this? And then I pull out my compass and I hold it.
Exquisite. Do you mind if I...
By all means.
And he sort of takes it and inspects it. Very, very fine craftsmanship. And he pulls out a small pocket compass. It's almost like a pocket watch, but inside is the compass face instead of the watch. And accurate as well, yes. Oh, accuracy is the key when you're out on sea.
You need accuracy with these bloody Roll20 maps. They're all over the place.
Which way is
This
north?
north, this east.
He hands it back to you. I have seen fine compasses, but not many as fine as this.
Maybe you have. Maybe you're a wealthy man as well, Mr. Pike. Maybe you live in a house like this.
Oh, Mr. Oz. Something tells me you're after a place to live.
No. But maybe you got glass bottles as well.
Well, while we're enjoying this drink, I was going to say we haven't quite planned what we're going to do with the boat.
Oh, wait. Just
Well,
before you get
I've-
there, tell me all the information about the first part. I was intrigued at the council meeting, but you know how those things bore on. They never want the details. And I cannot get it out of my head. You found a man tied up in his pants.
Yeah, I know, right? It's weird, but hilarious.
Absolutely fantastical.
Do you have a toilet by any chance? Maybe Ozzy can fill you in. I just want to nip out for a second if you don't mind.
Oh yes, just ask Amber. She'll show you the way.
Thank you. I'll just
Can I
wait around
can
for
I
a bit.
insight check Scarrig?
Yeah.
Like just try to figure out if he actually is going to the toilet or like why he's dismissing himself.
So insight versus deception.
Or 11. Oh no, wait, I need to add insight. 13.
13.
Oh.
Rollies.
Rollies.
God.
Straight D20, highest wins.
What's that? Oh, 6.
No.
Bastard.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Okay.
I think with the situation, you probably just think he's gone for a piss. You may think it's a bit weird, but Scarrick, small
I'll
bladder.
probably just assume he's maybe awkward about talking about the details of it. I don't know.
Yeah. So, Scarrick, as you leave, Amber is outside the door, and if you ask her where the toilet is, she shows you
I would just
downstairs.
ask her where the toilet is.
Yeah, there's outside the back of the house. It's not sort of a separate. It's a separate area, but it's not separate to the house. There's just a small, like, water closet area, a hole dug down. But yeah, it's down the stairs and back out. So you go down. She takes you there, and she'll take you back.
I'd go there and then probably just loiter a little bit in the outside area for 5 or 10 minutes.
You hear whispers outside. Is he taking a shit? Yeah, back in the room.
Well, I mean, that Calder escorted us up there. We gave pretty much everything in the meeting. Just have you checked out on the beavers yet? The beaver problem.
I leave that to Eleander.
Right, because it's a bit of a concern.
Don't forget the room of spiders.
There was also a room of spiders that did attack
spiders.
Styles.
Ugh, a vile.
It was massive and hundreds of thousands of them, and they could make a human form.
Even the thought makes your skin crawl.
They still do to this day.
In the meeting, we told them all about the skeletons and stuff, didn't we? And like all yeah. So I think we told him everything. Oh, we obviously didn't tell him about set number 3.
You didn't say much about what happened with the fighting of the pirates.
Yeah, there were
sort of, as you tell the story again, he sort of regales in it.
Sorry, Jeff. As we're telling the story, can I I don't know what I would maybe need to roll for, maybe insight, but do I, and obviously with my past dealings with Gellin, would I feel I could trust him enough to tell him what really went down, and that we did let some people go?
I think your past dealings have always been it's up to you. I'll say you've played at festivals, which are his. You've been at his parties. You've lightly socialized with him on a similar level to this. You've never had deep interactions with him, and most of the time you've been around other people when you're with him. It's never been a one-on-one thing. So it's up to you if you think you'd trust him with the details. He is a member of the council, but
can I insight
check
to see if I was going to say, can I insight check to see if I can think Ozzy's, because as he's regaling the stories, he's starting to maybe let slip.
Inside on his
possibly.
inside.
He's getting a bit excited with the way he says stuff. So
Yeah,
just cut him short.
I'll maybe just catch Styles' eye and be like, and then unfortunately, a few of them managed to escape in the commotion. It was rather unfortunate, but we'll make sure that we get them on the next mission.
Oh yes, well, I'm sure this cleanup will go okay. I did see the quota. They were trading in silks and ales, was it?
There was a lot of stuff there. I think it was brandy barrels from the kingdom.
Oh, that was it. Yes.
Is that the type of thing you deal in, Sarah, or is it other things?
Oh, I deal in
everything.
Furs, ale, anything that will sell, you see. There is always profit to be made, always. And the key is to find that loophole. Yes.
What the
legal loophole?
Well, did I say I meant opportunity? Opportunities for business. Yes. It's just, it baffles me these operations go on underneath our noses.
Yes,
just
but you could.
Miles.
It must be tempted though sometimes to avoid paying that little bit of tax to the kingdom, wouldn't you say?
Oh, and he sort of gives you a sly grin. Temptation. It is the fool of man, I guess. But no. Above board is the best way.
Inside check.
I need to see what he is. I think he's a noble.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I
gonna.
will have returned to the room. Sorry about that. Where were we?
Oh, you took your time, Sky. We went through the whole bloody story. Did you fall in or something?
I don't know if it was a bit of that tableau wine or something one of those nights.
I roll
I've just got a
13.
bit iffy
13.
tummy.
Okay.
Natural 20 for 22.
Okay. 22.
Natural 20.
Bear with me. So, what was yours, Styles?
13.
13. Where is he? There it is. Okay. You both get the sense that by his like mannerisms and his sly smiles that he will have definitely dealt a little bit under the law in the past. It's hard to tell from this conversation what extent, but yeah, he maybe doesn't always pay his taxes.
What was the deal? We could have anything on the ship, but we had to give back what was taxable to the king. Was it?
Yeah, I think that's what I
Anything
said.
that belonged to the king.
Yeah, anything
Yeah.
with the king's brand on would need to be.
Yeah.
returned.
So I'm just gonna say, because well, the thing is, on this vessel that we're going to hopefully seize, there might be. Unfortunately, if there's anything belonging to the king, we're going to have to hand it over to the authorities.
Yeah,
Quite a bit on
certainly.
it. It would be a shame, unless. Would it be possible to hand it over to you, and you could obviously pass it on? And would it be you we handed it to?
I don't
And he sort of-
understand why the complication, Mr. Styles.
Well, we don't.
Well,
we're not
it's
just going to
just-
go straight up to the king himself and give it to him. We got to have some sort of
Yeah,
intermediary.
Yeah, that'd be
Mr. Ireland here
impractical, wouldn't
wouldn't
it?
need to be doing that, Gillen.
He sort of looks across the room for a second, quiet for a minute, just pondering. Well, I suppose I could arrange transport. I do trade in cargo a lot. I will talk to the council. Perhaps that is a good idea, Mr. Styles.
Yeah,
Perhaps, yes, maybe I should trade the goods back to the king. I like your thoughts.
Yeah, we'll let you look after that side of it.
I just sort of
You know,
nudged
I'll
Scarrick
just
and I
be
said,
good.
"Come on, Scarrick. This guy's a part of the council. He needs to be a bit more trusting."
Okay, and I'll just sort of glance over at Styles and give him like a hard, inquisitive stare, just sort of working out what that was all about. I mean, I obviously know what it's about, but I'm just trying to judge whether it's that's him all over or whether it's just a bit on the side.
And as you're sort of this conversation wrapping up, you hear a small chime, and he looks up suddenly. Oh, is that time already? And he goes up to the window. Excuse me 1 second. And you see him open one of the windows and lean out, and he sort of looks around for a
Shooting
minute.
peasants with a crossbow.
He looks around for a minute and then spots what he's looking for. And at window height, I'd probably say you see the mast of a ship coming by and seeming to come into a dock nearby. Captain! Captain! Aye, Captain! And you hear a muffled shout reply. Be bloody careful this time. Last time you smashed half of my pots. If you do it again, it's your bloody job on the line. And he sort of pulls the window to, brushes down his jacket and comes back. Ever so sorry. Sometimes you just can't get the bloody staff these days. Anyway. Well.
Your voice carries, Mr. Gellin.
Hence the location, Ozzy. Hence the location. Now, I do have a little bit of business to work on this afternoon. However, would you do me the honour of playing just one of your songs before I have to let you depart, Ozzy?
Why, of course, Mr.
Another
Primewater.
whiskey, perhaps?
Give me another whiskey, and I'll
Yes,
play you a tune.
Any of the rest of you, do you need a top up?
Yes,
no,
please, another
the
roll.
one's fine for me, thank you.
And he brings out the rum and pours it and sits expectantly in the chair opposite you.
Scarrick, you see out the window? You see where the sun
We
is?
might need to lift him up.
You see where that ship is? The sun's over the yard arm. You can have a drink.
Hey, that may be your way, but I don't know. On the hard stuff's a bit much.
Come on,
I mean, I'm a
Scarrick,
dwarf, I can take it, but
loosen your
maybe not
chainmail
the
a little
whiskey.
bit. Relax.
It's plate. Come on, Ozzy. I've taught you better than that.
No, you haven't. And I just pull out the guitar and start building into a tune. Just looping a little bit of a melody. Oh, what sound play today? Oh, what's Mr. Galen gonna like?
He's sat like cross-legged, one foot just tapping slightly to a tempo. His whiskey and his rum in his hand.
I look up at Styles. I say, well, you've mentioned this one before. I think you know what it is. This one's for you, Styles. I come home in the morning light. My mother says, when you're gonna live your life right. Oh, mama dear, we're not the fortunate ones, and bards just wanna have fun. Oh, bards just wanna have fun.
Starts starts
Yeah.
tapping its foot.
Yeah, and
God.
Gellin just gets gradually more and more excited and begins to sing along in the chorus. And as you come to your end, absolutely splendid. Please, Ozzy, I couldn't do it without payment. And he flicks you a gold coin.
Well, thank you, Mr. Gill. I appreciate that.
Now, please, I do have some work to attend to. However, I wish you all the best in your quest. And yes, Styles, I do believe when you have the goods, they should be brought here so I can ensure they return to the king safely.
Very good, sir.
A grand day to you. And he opens up the door to his study for you to leave.
It's blessings. And I'll walk out, just kind of lying style.
And just as Picard leaves, he just taps him on the shoulder. Mr. Picard, please, take one for later. You don't want to miss the opportunity. And he shows you the bowl of the fruit.
Say, very well. I just take it and put it in my pocket.
Very good.
Paul,
Mhm.
who was it I asked about Archmage Tensor? Was it?
It was Eleander.
Was it Eleander? Okay.
You were talking to about. Yeah, he looked at your books.
Okay. As everyone I just sort of hang back ever so slightly as everyone sort of starts shuffling out, and I just say to him, any more news on any ships that might have gone down or anything? Where this Mr. Picard might have come from?
And he looks at you. No reports. It is absolute mystery.
Right.
So strange, but seems like a lovely fellow.
Yeah. He seems nice. Yeah.
A man of good taste.
Or little taste. Yeah.
I see what you did there. I'm sure he'll enjoy it when he eats it.
Did you say there was a festival coming up soon?
Oh, festival. I nearly forgot. My thoughts, Ozzy. Now you're back in town. Perhaps after this ordeal with the boat is done, we could have a celebration.
Whoa, hang on a minute. Just say that again. Now that I'm back in town. Now.
Exactly.
Bard is back in town. Bard, I think I might have a new song.
Genius at work.
Celebration.
Oh my god. This is great. Okay, I've got the opening. All right, yeah, I'm really liking this. Yeah, this festival. Carry on. Sorry.
And this, my friend, is why you're a musician and I'm a trader.
Exactly.
You have the touch. Ah.
I genuinely just thought that in the moment as well. That's really funny.
Now go. I will talk to you after the ship
Yeah,
comes
of course. Yeah, if I survive.
in. I'm sure you will.
And I just grab another one of those
Yeah.
cake things, as like
Cool.
without even like asking him. I just grab one and just walk out.
Awesome. So you head back out into the town.
Scarrig, your
Yeah.
bowels all right? You spent quite a while in that toilet.
That's fine.
Are you sure?
Listen, let's find somewhere to sit down. We need to discuss what we're doing here.
Well, I actually have a plan, sir. Why not nip across to the lion and get a nice picture of claw wine again?
The
And-
snapping line.
Snapping lion.
This one.
We was invited to lunch and we got one piece of fruit, so I've got a bit of an appetite. So come on, lads.
That's a very good point. He's a very odd fellow, that Mr. Gellin. Seems a bit
Yeah, so-
skittish. His head doesn't really seem to settle on anything.
Yeah, we still feeling all right after the chorus fruits.
Yeah. Like that initial wave of like drunken lightheartedness sort of eases off as you finish the fruit. So there's no long-lasting effects.
Where's Captain Zendros's place? It's down here, is that right? Or something?
Yeah. So
Okay.
this was
Right.
Gellen's. That one is Zendros's, and this is the snapping line here.
Yeah, so okay. It's not on the way then. Alright.
Well, I've got something I want to do if you want to nip off and we can meet that back at the snapping lion.
Yeah, you've got like 3 or 4 days. So, well, obviously you want to head
Well,
across
my
to.
thing, my idea takes 2 days.
You have, which is the
4 days, I
12. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days until thingy. So you got time. Where do you wish to go next?
Well, I in this moment, I guess we would just go back to the pub.
Yeah.
We're hungry, aren't we?
So you head back to the snapping line.
Some grub.
Hannah is serving behind the bar. There's the smell of food, and a few of the local farmers have popped down for lunch. Yeah. The space is yours.
Betty's not in, is she?
No, she's not.
Okay, sheepishly like looking
Can't get
around.
enough things.
Since your interaction with her, you haven't seen her in the tavern on a night. You get the sense that perhaps she's not allowed to go out anymore for a little bit.
Oh, that didn't sit well. Okay. Have to let me know if I see Bluto about.
Yeah, I will do.
Right,
So-
some food. What are you thinking, Picard?
Thinking, Mr. Oz, that you're intentionally pushing my buttons.
I would never do such a thing. Would I, Scarrick?
You do it all the time, Ozzy.
I do not. He's
It's
all,
not nice, and I thought you're better than
he
that.
might be a
Leave the man
paladin,
alone.
but he's a goddamn liar.
So don't you worry about me, Mr. Oz. You enjoy yourself.
Yeah, well, I did. You put it like that. I do worry about you. We seem to be a good group of friends right now, and I'm looking out for your well-being. That's all.
It's very kind, Mr. Oz, but I fear even your tenure on this earth is not enough to explain what is happening here. I need help.
I'll happily help you.
I believe we could find help for you, Mr. Picard.
No one in this town seems to understand what is wrong with me.
As your voice goes up, there's a few people who sort of side-eye the table, and they just carry on with their food.
Paul, in that book that I've been reading, would there be any sort of anything that would sound like the thing that has happened to Picard?
No, you know of the realm having different creatures, but nothing like that.
Is there anything in my Tide Times book in reference to
On
what's
the 5th tide of the 4th month, a ghostly apparition. No, there's nothing in the
Oh.
Tide book.
I do it?
No.
How unfortunate.
So, I presume you order some food. It comes to your table. It's all paid for, so you don't need to pay. If you wish to have claw
Yeah,
wine or ales,
so-
that's brought across as well.
Be having an ale.
Yeah.
So, I've been thinking about this operation.
Hey.
There must be some type of signal from the land to the incoming vessel. We need to know what it is. The sequence of lights, the coding, the colours, whatever it is.
Well,
I
Stars,
intend...
we've got the sheet of paper. One of us, who's got it?
Hey,
One
we
of
know
us
how
got
to
it?
bring them in.
Who's got the
It
sheet of
doesn't
paper?
actually say that it was coded, won't it?
No,
I
it
thought
said
someone read Goblin.
it's it said. Let me bring up
It's
the
in your,
journal.
Yeah, it's in your journal if you wish to view it.
Yeah, it's literally got the English, well, the common. Sorry.
Mysterious note, isn't it?
Oh, so safe, all safe, ready,
Yeah.
move.
I just show. I don't know who's got it. Well, I've got it in my head. I would.
Aye, so I'd imagine.
Okay, so that note's on in front of it. So safe, all safe, ready, move. So they're signals to us or them?
I would
That's the
imagine
question.
they'd maybe signal to us like, "Is it safe?" And then we could be like, "All safe." And
Aye,
then,
and then we go
Ready.
over and, like, collect the cargo.
or would we be saying all safe to them? That's a good question.
That's the key. I want to go speak to the prisoners again. I've got a plan to loosen the tongues.
Well-
I'm going to kill them with kindness.
I thought you said you were going to kill him. Then I'm glad you continued that sentence. We.
I mishear when I say, "Do you need help?"
Dead man don't tend to talk, but drunk
That is the
ones,
saying.
they like to sing.
Well,
Oh,
if your plan doesn't work for whatever reason, Styles, I think the safest way would just to be see the ship and wait maybe a while, see if they speak first. And
but if we get it wrong, we'll spook them.
Yeah, and we're
I
not
mean,
going to
like
catch them.
Mr.
They're in a big boat
Styles'
and we're in a
plan
little-
here.
I agree.
I like his plan.
I agree.
So, right, I call the waiter waitress across. So I'd like chicken, some cheese, and a skin of wine, please, ready to take out.
How about some
Not
claw
a
wine?
problem. To take out, you just want the wrapping?
Yeah, just in a sack will be fine.
It's not a problem. I'll grab it for you.
And do you do claw wine to go? You might need
sure
a
I
little bit more, Mr. Styles.
I'm sure we could find something.
Mr.
And
Styles, would you like some assistance on this trip? I have a unique magical ability to help influence people, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, maybe tomorrow, but today we just get them drunk.
Okay,
We'll see. It normally works. We'll see. We'll see.
you're the pro. Whenever I'm
Right.
drunk, I do what anybody ever wants. I'm easy.
Oh, that's-
after 10, 15 minutes, she comes back. She has two wineskins, one full of claw wine, the other just full of like a generic wine that they serve. And then she has two small packages wrapped in like a parchment-like material, and it's cheese and ham. Did you ask for ham?
Chicken.
You got
Chicken and
it
cheese.
wrong, you dumb bitch!
She's like-
Slap it away.
No, that will be fine. Thank you.
You said chicken, you fucking hell.
So you wish to go speak to the prisoners?
Yes.
Um,
I'm up for just going to post it through a window if the cell leads to a window, or do I need to go in? I don't know the layout of the.
So
Are
the
they
barracks.
kept?
It's a barracks and jail, which is near the town gate. So as you came in through the town gate on the
Okay.
north side, it's the first main building you see. So obviously, a lot of the town guard train here, spend time here, rest here as well. But there's also a jail within this building. I'd say there probably is like some cell windows. However, your knowledge of the place, you probably wouldn't just want to go up, and it's quite well observed, if you know what I mean.
No, I'm just gonna go up then and ask if I can speak to the prisoners.
So you enter the structure, and the guards usher you to a well-built human. You can tell he has fought in wars. He's always been a fighter, but he's getting on a little bit. Like slick back, greased hair, a scar like across his lip. Um, his name, as told by the thingy by the guards, is Craddock. And he is the jailer. So he sits at a small desk in front of a wing, which then goes into cells. And as you enter, he looks up from his desk, writing down in a book.
You say
Can I help you?
Craddock?
Craddock. Yeah.
Yes, I'd like to speak to the two prisoners from the house, the two smuggling prisoners, please. We're on council business.
Has Eliander sent you?
We have his blessing to conduct our business in the town, so I'd assume yes.
And what is it you want with him?
I just need to speak to him for 5 minutes.
And your name was?
Styles.
Are you by yourself or are you with the others?
With a Z.
Is it, I don't know, has anyone followed me?
With one of them S's that we all drew in school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to do in the next 5 minutes.
I feel like you went on your own.
Yeah, I think I went on my own.
I just stayed drinking in the tavern.
Yeah, I was
my
staying.
plan,
Yeah.
I've just nipped off.
He looks back through. He gets a smaller notebook out and looks through it slightly. Right. Yeah. No funny business, no. And he stands up from the desk, a large chain attached to a really thick belt that's around his waist, and on the chain is just the classic ring full of keys. And he goes to the wooden door behind him, which is a barred portion at the top half and like solid wood around the outside, stone up the walls. And he fiddles through the keys a bit, unlocks the door, and pushes it open. He comes in with you, and as he enters, he then locks the door behind him.
So we're all in the room.
Yeah, so this is what the space you're in now is like a probably about a 30-foot corridor, and then coming off this corridor are partitioned cells. Each cell has it's bricked up majority with a wooden door again, top half barred, bottom half wood. And yeah, he leads you down about halfway, and he says, "Which one do you want to speak to?"
Either of them, just one of them, just pick.
Okay, so
Short one.
he goes to the
can't
door. I was
remember
going to say the
names.
taller, the short one. Yeah, I think one was called Larry. I can't remember the other one. Anyway, he goes to the door, bashes on it with the back of his fist, his huge meaty fist. And he's like, "Get up, scum!" And inside you hear a groan from in the cell. Now, these cells don't have windows in; they're quite dim, and this space is only lit with a torch. So the torchlight sort of comes through from the angle where you are, and you can see in the cell. He steps back so you can look through the bars. Inside, you see a man with he's stripped naked except like a pair of
Heyo.
dirty shorts that he has on. The cell is really basic, probably about 10 feet wide by about 15 deep, and there is some straw in the corner, a bucket in the other corner, and that's about it. Inside, the man you recognise to be one of the smugglers, Larry. His back is cut up quite severely, and he looks like he hasn't eaten in a few days. He sort of looks up as the torchlight comes through.
So Larry, it looks like you're being treated well.
Who is it? Who's there? He squints.
Can I move so you can see me in the light?
Yeah, I mean, you can see, you just can't see that well. Like, as he turns to your face, one of his eyes is blackened up and is swelled shut quite a lot.
We met in the house.
What do you want?
Nothing. I've just brought you here. And I hand him over one of the bags of wine
Whoa,
and the
whoa,
two.
whoa, whoa. What's that? Craddock's hand comes down and grabs your wrist before you can go through the vase.
Well, it's just some food and some wine.
He takes the pouch off you and opens it up. Spits it out. This is that fucking claw wine stuff. I'll give this to my dog.
The
Go ahead.
I throw the claw wine in at Larry, and the two food parcels. And what? Sorry, what was in the other skin?
Just another wine, like a more bog standard wine. He
So
takes that one,
I-
tastes it as well, passes it back to you.
Do
and
you
nods.
like that one? I say to the guard.
More of an ale man myself.
You can have it if you want. There's no point wasting this good wine on him.
He sort of takes it off you and like hooks the lever onto his belt. I suppose.
Thank you. Where's the second one? Can I speak to the second one?
Points to the right, and you look through there. A similar scene, the
What was
same
his
cell. Ooh, what was his name?
So it's Larry.
And
Barry.
No, it wasn't Barry. He had
Gary.
a proper fucking name. How you test me?
He just says. It says to the other one.
Larry Penrose and Caden. Davey.
Caden. And I bang on it. Caden, can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you.
Larry's currently drinking claw wine and eating some meat and cheese.
What do you mean?
Well,
Why's he
he
got
helped me.
that?
I asked him some questions and he helped me. Larry, how's the food?
You just hear like this.
Right. I'll be back tomorrow. If you answer my questions, you can get some food. And I just walk out.
And you hear this figure stagger and grab the bars and wait. Wait. And as the hand comes through, Craddock takes a truncheon from his belt and smashes it, and you hear the bone like crack against the bars, and the scream yelps out as you walk out.
Oh, he's a
Craddock
smart man
follows
with
you.
styles.
He's got style.
Unlocks the door, comes through and locks it again. And just before you leave, he goes, "What are you playing at?"
I need information and tortures. Well, this is torture, but it doesn't hurt me.
All right then. You back tomorrow?
Yeah, was there anything you would like me to bring for you?
Nah, I'm all right. And he
Very
sits back
good.
down at his desk. Just begins to take notes on his paper.
That's it. I walk back to
Would
the.
you like to jump to tomorrow while you're there?
Makes sense. I didn't have anything planned for tonight. Really.
Yeah, I'm going to bring Oz with me this time.
Okay, so you both rise back.
I've told Oz the plan, so try and keep quiet and let them come forward.
Wow, Miss Styles, that's some smart thinking. It's almost like you've done this before.
Similar
No.
procedure to last time. He recognises you, Ozzy. He doesn't really give you any sort of thing whether he likes you or not. He's quite set in his ways.
Want an autograph?
No.
Okay.
And he unlocks the door, and when you go in this time, Hayden is still in the cell at the end, but as you look through to the one where Larry is, he's not there. He seems to have moved. Go ahead, ask your questions.
Where's Larry? Is it? Can I see him, or is he just
He's,
moved in the cell, or has he moved cells?
You can't see him in the cell. He had to move. You could
Where is
say.
he? I need to speak to him.
He's just in the one at the end. And as you walk back, you see the first cell that he's gone in, like on the left. It's a bit bigger than the others, and inside is a large barrel on a wooden stand. and you see that Larry's been strapped over the barrel, face forward, so his stomach's pressed into it, and he seems semi-conscious, not really moving. Well, actually, you can't really tell whether
Has
he's
he
alive or
been raped?
dead. No, he's still clothed.
Oh, right.
But
That's my
Well-
favourite soundbite of the campaign
It's the
so far.
drowning
I'm
barrel
going to make
thing.
that my text alert tone.
He gets rolled into water, maybe.
There's been a
You see
rape up
this-
there.
there's fresh marks on his back, and where his head is, there's just this pool of like claw wine and sick on the floor, like this remnants of food and alcohol. He kept asking for more, so
I'm gonna. Star's gonna lose his temper. I need information from this man. And I go up and I pull my dagger and I cut the ropes.
he doesn't let you in the cell. The cell's locked. This is all he can see for the thing.
I want the key. I need to see if he's all right. Let me in.
All right, and he brings up the bunch and
I just like I the guard as he's like getting the keys. Like, man, what's your problem?
tries one,
Did you get bullied at school?
unlocks
Hurry
it.
up.
You know we're on council
him.
business, right? We're not doing this for shits and giggles.
I go
Who
and
do you think I work for?
go in and cut the ropes.
You
Larry,
let him
Larry.
off, and
You there?
as he comes off, he just inhales this big and slumps to the ground as you lower him to the floor.
Okay. So
No more food, please.
do you know best laid plans and all that? So I go to see what's at Caden. I go to Caden's cell.
Yeah.
Caden. So are you gonna tell me what I need to know so you can get some food?
Yeah, did you bring it?
So what I need you to do, I throw him a little bit of cheese, a little bit.
He grabs
Gee.
it like off the floor, and the floor is grim. It's covered in like just basically feces and stuff like that, animal droppings. But he grabs it and eats it.
Larry has told me, has answered these questions already. If your answers match up with his, you'll get the rest of this food. If not,
Alright.
you will continue to go hungry. So think long and hard.
I ain't got anything to lose at this point, have I?
No, but you have everything to gain. There's a good chance you will die in 3 or 4 days. I can
Oh.
make them 3 or 4 days of pleasure or 3 or 4 days of hell. Would you
Oh.
rather die with a full stomach or an empty one?
Full.
That's what I thought, good lad. So, we know that you signal the ship that comes to drop off the supplies. Now, what signals do you send and in what
Right.
order? Is there any signals? How do you do it?
Yeah, there's signals. Yeah. And he sort of scratches his head a bit. We do. It's been a long time. How long have I been in here?
It's been
Not
literally
long.
like 2 days.
2 days.
It's been like a week or something, hasn't it?
It's been like, I think 4 or 5 days, something like that. It's just short of a week, yeah. He sort of looks a bit distraught. Oh. I thought it was longer.
Well, maybe you'll remember when we come back tomorrow.
No. Signals. We wait for the ship. They signal us.
What did the signal?
The lights. Flashing lights. They flash to us. And then we flash to them.
What did the flash?
Is it long, short, long, or long, short? You can tell by his mannerisms and the ways this guy's broken. When they extracted the information, they probably crushed him a bit too far, and his memory is poor.
Okay, so
They signal us
They
and
definitely,
we signal them.
they definitely signal you first.
Yeah, that's how we know the ship's there. Can I have some food?
Is that what Larry said? Styles?
If his face just drops with like pure fear, right?
Let's see. What do you signal back?
We tell him it's safe. Yeah. We tell him if everything's safe.
How?
Styles, have you got the? Can you bring the note up on your?
I've got the note up in
Okay,
front of me.
okay. Just didn't know if you.
It repeats.
You didn't know we've got the note.
No.
I think it was like, short, then long, then short, then long, perhaps.
Oh,
And,
I like nudge Styles, like and getting excited, like yeah, he's got it,
And then
what colour's the light? Is it in a colour or is it white light?
I think it's just white.
So it's not red.
Oh come on, man, think hard, think about it. Don't fuck this up.
No, I don't think so. I think it's just white.
Okay. So the ship signals you. You signal the ship. What
Yeah,
happens then?
Then when they're ready, some of us go out on the boat to go to them.
How do you know it's? How do you know to move? How do you know they're ready?
They shine the lights back. Long ones that time. I remember that.
Okay. So do you reply or do you just set off?
I think we just go. Yeah. I think we just go after that.
I'm not sure
Any
if
more
that's
signals?
what Larry said.
No,
What's
he must have done. Please.
what's the signal if it's not all safe?
We tell him to move on, I think. I think that one's it repeats again. Long, short, I think.
Okay.
That's if it's not safe.
So you
Yeah.
row out.
We need them to move.
What is the greeting you shout when you approach the boat?
Oh, I don't know. I've never been on the boat.
Do you know? Are you sure? Has Larry ever been on the boat?
No, I don't think so. We just work the land side. So the boat goes out, then another boat comes back, and we offload it onto the shore.
Is it the
And
same
then-
boat that comes back that goes out that comes back?
There's two, ours and theirs, and they switch. Faster.
Relay it.
Yeah, it makes it faster, you see. Is Larry alright?
Yeah, he's fine. He's having a whale of a time.
Never been better.
I heard some shouting last night and...
Wow, you have been in it a while. Hearing things now too.
Oh. It must just be that then.
At that point, I cast message in his head, and what was his name?
His name's Caden.
Aiden.
And you hear, Caden, it's your mother. Dinner's ready.
Mum?
Man, I think you're losing it.
I never met my mother. How does she know I'm here? He begins to get agitated.
Wait,
and...
she doesn't. You've been here a while. You're obviously hearing things. Larry's fine. Don't worry about him. He's just eating
And,
loads of food after all the answers he gave us.
Right.
I just say thank you and. Oh no! I look at Ozzy. I said, Ozzy, anything else?
We're gonna need them pants.
What is he wearing?
Make a persuasion check.
No, I stop him.
That's your 20.
He slowly begins to remove the piss and shit stained trousers. Like he's naked underneath.
Get him, no, please. Yeah, I just
Stats,
throw him
I thought we wanted trousers.
just throw him back.
He sort of grabs it, like not even bothering to pull him up, and just begins eating it off the floor. And as you turn and like look down the corridor, Craddock has just stood there like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I thought we were the sick ones. Come on.
Look, I'm just going to look at him and say, "You're looking after them prisoners for me, not the council. Do not mistreat the prisoners.
Yeah, Craddock.
You will have to answer to the council."
And he stands, like, arms folded in the door. That extra service is going to cost you.
I
He extends his hand.
I reach out and grab his hand and say, I'm not I think you'll do it out of the kindness of your heart. And I cast Charm Person.
Okay.
It's a wisdom saving throw.
Is this a bit like these are not the droids you're looking for?
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah.
Wisdom save.
Yeah, if it succeeds, they regard me as like a friendly acquaintance and basically just like... You know,
Natural 1.
Oh, okay.
Plus 1. You see this like gruff like expression just relax. Yeah. I will look after him for you, Ozzy.
Yeah, make sure he gets treated well. We've only got a few days left. Imagine if it was you in that cell.
I will. Yeah. All right. I'll sort that out now.
And
He unlocks your door and lets you out.
I use prestidigitation on his pants. And I give him to the guard and say, give him his pants back. I feel a little bit bad about that.
I will. And I'll, right. I'll get his top as well. Must be cold in themselves.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Look after him.
All right.
See you
Have
soon.
a nice day.
And you, see you soon.
And he like lets you out and then locks himself back in. And you see him like pottering around, moving, like getting the pants back to him and stuff like that.
I pull out
Visually.
from my bag. It's like a little leaflet, pamphlet type thing, and it has like a sketch of me, like a portrait of me, like looking all dashing, and I just like sign it, Ozzy Hellborn, and leave it on his desk.
Just before we go, I just look quickly through the gate and goes, Caden, how many people were out in the boat while he's stuffing his face with cheese and things?
Normally just, well, it changed. 2, 4, 6, whatever we need.
Okay.
Yep.
No, that's
Cool.
how we leave.
Okay.
Nicely done, Styles. Make quite a team.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
You, if you ever need another bandmate, you know, I do sing occasionally.
Yeah, right. You see my face drop. Yeah, I think I'd just rather be a solo act from now on. Yeah. Anyway, come on, let's get back to the tavern.
So you head back with the information in tow. I'll say probably while this is happening, Mr. Picard, your arm would be ready.
Hey,
So- you wish to go and collect?
I do indeed.
So you head back to the level works on the north side of the river, across the Sharkfin Bridge. And as you come in, you see Kiorna just pottering around, working on some other pieces. You see another saddle on the rack, and there's the hive of activity as it was. As soon as you walk in, she catches your eye. Mr. Picard! Mr. Picard! It's done! Come! Come!
Ah, my dear Lady Kiora. It's what a pleasure to see you. Are you well? You look well.
Wait, is this Alex or Packard?
When you when you finish a project, something that's in your brain, and it looks so. Come, I need to show you. And she takes you out to like a smaller room at the back, where there's like completed pieces, and on what looks to be like a wooden post, there is just this like sheet draped over it. And as you enter the room, she sort of whooshes the sheet off and reveals this like splendid leather arm and gauntlet. It's exactly as she drew it. The deep, rich red leather that has the articulated fingers, the built-in guard that comes over your forearm and then goes up to your shoulder. There's pattern in the stitching. It just looks really, really nice. She carefully lifts it off the stand that it's on. May I?
You may.
And it comes into sort of two bits: the gauntlet and the shoulder piece. And there's these small poppers on the inside that secure it together. And the first thing she does is takes your spiritual arm and slips the glove on, which it fits onto your hand, and you move the fingers, and it feels like you're wearing nothing at all.
Nothing.
And then with that on, that goes up to sort of the elbow, and then the sort of shoulder piece comes on and clips onto it. It's perfectly made, so there's no restriction in movement in the arm. And the shoulder piece then mounts onto your clothing. And she says, I also made this. And you see, is it a deep navy or top?
So I've got like a deep
It's red, I think
red
you said.
leather vest.
Deep red leather vest. That's it.
Yeah.
So she's color matched this leather and made like almost like a mounting piece that will attach to your material. Do you know how to stitch?
I'm not sure I do, my dear, I'm afraid. Maybe
Um,
one of my new cohorts has got some seamstress
Well-
skills that they haven't informed me of.
If you have a couple of minutes, I could do it myself.
Well, of course.
And she works on your shoulder for a few minutes. Just it's probably easier if you just make your arm ethereal, and she just works in the arm space. We've never discussed what's underneath there.
Oh, we
Like
don't know.
Who knows? Just a dark void. Anyway, she works and she stitches this mounting piece onto your normal clothes, and after she's done with that, she can just push the gauntlet onto it, and it clips in place. And now, as you sort of move your arm about and turn it ethereal and non-ethereal, when you don't have your arm active, or when it's like spectral, it just hangs limp by your side, just as if you're standing in the normal posture. So
That is a fantastic design.
it's perfect. Even better on yourself.
Well, thank you, my dear. It's better than I could have expected.
Listen, this project has been so interesting and so exciting. If you ever want anything else or anyone else you're with, I'll be more than happy to work for you and make anything you need. And just another thing, so you know, I hope you're going to be staying around town for a little bit, you and your party. But I pay good money for expensive hides and foreign beasts that I can turn into leather. If you happen to have any cross your path that, are in the way, bring the hide back to me intact and I'll pay good gold.
Oh, my dear, yes, I'll be sure to have the boys on it. If ever we encounter any strange beast. I've heard there's a gang of rogue giant beavers. Do you think giant beaver pelt would be of any use to you?
Sometimes the hair's a bit coarse and a bit long, but I could trim it down. I'm sure I'd be able to make something out of a beaver.
Right, well, if we do come across those little scamps, then I will be sure to bring you some. Dead, of course. Ha 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 ha.
Yes, and just remember, if you do, it needs to be intact.
Oh,
Puncture wounds, don't look great on a leather jacket.
We will take the utmost care. Of
Perfect.
course.
Well, and she pats you on the leather arm. Take it for a spin. See how it handles. And any problems?
What a weird
Just bring
reference.
it back.
As
She sort of swings around. Take it for a spin. See how it handles.
as I'm leaving the shop, just testing my movement, and then
Yeah.
going spectral, and
Go
then
and limp.
bring it back up again. Like yes, works
Yeah.
wonderfully.
Quite easily, you manage to sort of reposition your hand into it so it picks it up
Yeah.
perfectly. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
head back to the tavern to meet with the boys.
So as you're all sat around, Picard comes in with this exquisite leather gauntlet.
Or like Aragorn does at Helm's Deep. I just really accentuate this. I'm like, oh, well, fellas, it's a long day.
There's something different about you today. I'm not too sure what it is.
Oh, I've done my hair differently.
You don't have any hair.
Oh yes.
I like your arm.
The arm, that's what it is. Yeah.
Oh, you noticed? Yes. It's a lovely deer from the leather crafting shop did it.
Looking good, Mr. Picard.
We should have a drink to celebrate. What do you say? Let's have a drink.
Let's have a drink.
And if people haven't
He's
noticed, the last couple of days I've been kind of drinking heavily with
Oh dear.
the boys / just maybe a bit more as well.
Myself.
Garrick, well, yeah, I did know. I don't know if he was meant to be kind of slaring
Yeah.
them, but
I did try.
what time of
I
day
didn't
is
look
it?
at too Billy Connolly.
What time of day is it? Is it
10
midday?
o'clock in the morning.
I'd say probably evening. You are now you're up to
So Styles won't be
Saturday
shocked
the
that he-
15th.
Yeah, I maybe wouldn't have been day drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
am I
middle
shocked
afternoon.
that Garrick's day drinking, considering he had to go to us 2 days before for drinking, having rum midday. What do I have to do?
I'd
Perception
say
check?
do a perception check. Just see how much you pick up on it.
11.
You notice to and fro. I mean, you've found the past few days, with you sort of having done your business around town, and you're just waiting for this moon. You are spending more time just sat in the tavern, just sort of drinking, discussing things about yourself, yeah, and just sort of thinking over.
Would Scarrick, would you have been working all these days, or would
No,
you
I
have
imagine
been?
I would have been in and out of the shop, but I would have left Gavin and Davin doing most of it.
Yeah.
And just kind of like you said, just when you guys are drinking, I'd maybe not have heavily gone against it and drank with you,
Yeah.
but maybe been slightly more drunk.
Scarrick's just letting his ginger hair down. This usually happens when Oz is back in town. I know I'd turn you around eventually, my friend.
So it is. So it is.
So, you have a few more days to plan. If there's anything else you wish to put in place before you get the call.
Maybe this night I would probably want to carry on drinking a bit with Ozzy and maybe end up on my forge.
Picard heads down to the docks and just looks at boats, looks at the water, looks at sailors. I nearly said seamen. I was like, God.
It's a banned phrase.
He tries to talk to a couple of them.
What are you trying to talk about? And I'll sort of tell you what passing thinking. Is it just general conversation?
Yeah, so
General chatter, yeah.
So, with your chats with the people passing on the dock and stuff, you'll get just a general thing about how calm the sea was. A lot of nautical talk about, it's been a good day of trade. You do find that you talk more to the fishermen, and you see how their haul's been. It's hit or miss. Just make a charisma check.
Charisma. Why can't I see it? Hang on.
The unused skill.
I know. I don't think I've ever used charisma.
Should be on your skill list somewhere.
Oh God! It's -1. That's why it's 7.
7. Like, you have got your leather armor on now. However, this town's relatively small, and word has spread around of who you are. So people do sort of brief conversation, then move on. You don't get too much. Just almost like the cab driver talk, like, "What's the weather? How's the shift?" That sort of thing.
Trying to tell them about tides.
Yeah,
Oh, it's really good tide today. You know, the thing about that tide is that'll
yeah.
go out in a couple hours.
The
'cause of-
tide conversation goes down like a lead anchor. Just a question for you, Ozzy. The charm person, when that wears off, are they aware they've been charmed? I think they are, aren't they?
Charm creature. When the spell ends, the creature knows it was charmed by you. Yeah. Shit.
So you go back to the tavern, and you can plan if you wish.
I just want to ask. You know, I got my crossbow. I'm
Yeah.
assuming I got some arrows. How many
Yeah, I would
arrows?
have given you 20
bolts.
arrows or something.
Yeah,
you-
bolts. Yeah.
yeah.
How many bolts would
Bolts
I?
even, yeah.
20 bolts, we'll say.
20 bolts. Okay.
And you'll have a quiver now, I guess.
Crossbow bolts. Yeah.
I know a lovely leathersmith if you wanted that leather.
Is that a bolt in your pants, or are you just pleased to see me?
Cool.
Cool. Yeah, so the time is yours.
I don't know if you want to quickly just do me and Ozzy at my forge.
Yeah.
So, like, if on the night that I was a bit drunk, maybe, like,
Oh, I'll say
we
you
could
can go back
maybe
and collect
wander
your
back.
takings as well. So you head back to
Oh,
collect
yeah.
the takings. So if you roll... Have you got it on yours, James? I can scroll back. Oh,
I still haven't got it as a web page thing. I need to get it on my computer.
2d20 plus 8.
So it's 31.
So 31 gold is what's in your coffers when you go back and check with Ozzy on the evening.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. We're just sort of like, if I sort of persuade you to come back to mine for a little extra little drink, if you fancied it.
Of course.
So yeah.
Mind if Mind if I have a smoke on that pipe? Just tobacco. Just tobacco.
I was just about to suggest it. I think I've still got some of the stuff from the homeland, if you're interested.
Oh, of course.
So yeah, we spark up the pipe.
Who smokes it first?
Say Scarrick would start it.
Yeah. So Scarrick, as you start it, again, a similar thing happens. The smoke that you exhaled just builds up around you, and the smoke from the pipe just begins to curl and just sit heavy around you. And after, again, around 10 minutes, it starts to morph and shape into humanoids. It moves and twists, and this humanoid develops horns. And the horns curl backwards on the head, and the tail comes up behind. And as you sit there, more creatures come around it. You see hulking forms of humans, forms of hobgoblins, and things that you know live in the wilds. And then, as all these forms begin to surround you, all of a sudden they all draw weapons. The weapons come towards you, but as they do, a huge puff sort of comes round and almost like a mushroom cloud comes up in front, and in this form is you, shield held high, battle axe, and you're swinging forward, smashing through these smoke as they dissipate. You recall the memory. It was from when you were serving as part of the army in the wars. One of the few, not few, but one of the memorable, heroic moments that you've had, where you fended pretty much for yourself, but came out alive.
Did you say there was? Did you describe a tiefling? Like that Scarag was protecting or something, or fighting alongside, or
attacked.
Oh, that attacked him. Okay.
Yeah. And then after about 5 minutes of this scene and you coming up through the middle, it just dissipates and the smoke flows away.
Wow, Scarag. Was that you?
It's from some of my darker past. Well, I say dark. It was a good war, but I fought on the good side. But a lot of horrible things happened in that war.
Wow, I wonder if so. This like pipe it recreates memories.
There's something about this.
I was playing a concert, but I just assumed it could be a generic concert, but maybe it was a memory.
And as you take the pipe, Ozzy, and begin to smoke, you notice the smoke dissipates instantly.
Looks like it's a one-time thing.
Maybe.
You never told me about that. You never told me much about the wars, and that looked like.
I know that you get quite excited with all that, and I just don't want you to think it's all glory and maidens, as you like to talk about nowadays. But it's hard. It's blood, guts.
Well, I know. I just find it fascinating. It's interesting. I feel like we all need to learn about the past so we don't make the same mistakes in the future. You know what I'm saying?
Aye. It's just a side I try to forget. I get a bit hazy sometimes in battle.
I know, man.
Berserk.
I know.
Look, Ozzy, I haven't failed you, have I?
Sorry?
Have I failed you?
Failed me? No. What do you mean?
I just don't know. I tried to keep you on the right path, but it's this last few days, all this lying to the council. And I don't know. It seems
Scary.
right.
Scary. I put my arm around him as I sat there. Scary, my man. This is just the real world. Come on, you're a lot older than me. You know how the world works. It's not all black and white like you want it to be.
But if someone doesn't stand in the way, then what's the point?
I know, but there are some things that are worth fighting for than others, and a few white lies now and again. That's not things to be getting too upset about. It certainly doesn't mean you've failed me. Come on, man. We're doing the right thing by helping the council and ridding, ousting this smuggling operation. That's where you should be putting your focus.
Well, at least you and maybe even Mr. Picard and Styles, you seem like they seem worthy of me fighting for them, and I definitely fight for you. So
yeah, well, they seem
I'll stick with you, boy.
Like decent people from what I know so far. A bit mysterious. I'm sure we got a lot to learn.
Right. There's a story there where it will have to learn.
There's definitely backstories galore I'm waiting for. But Scar, don't. And at this point, I sort of maybe noticed that like he's been drinking a bit heavier than usual. I've just been sort of like caught up in it.
I mean, I don't even know what you're talking about, you fucking bastard.
I just like noticed he's been drinking a little bit more than usual. And Scarix, man, don't. I know you look out for me, but I am an adult. I can look after myself, and you know, I'm in a good place right now, and you know, don't get too hung up on it, all right?
I'll try. Listen, it's been great, and I better get to bed anyway. So,
Hey, listen,
right start in the morning.
Scarrick. I've missed you, man. It's been a while. I'd like to. It's been a while. I'd like to. You know, all being well, maybe just stick around a little longer this time.
Good to have you.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
Come here. And I like embrace him. Get some sleep. You're gonna have
Start crying a little bit on your shoulder.
Nah, we don't. Come on, man. Get yourself together. Jeez Louise.
I'm sorry, I don't. It's just the boy.
Don't let Davin or Gavin see you like this. My God. Come on, pull yourself together, laddie. Right.
I'll be seeing you. I'll see you in the morning.
I just give him a flag and like
away.
I pass. No, you don't. I pass. Like, come here. I like get some my flagon of water and start like, come on, have some water. You're gonna have a terrible hangover in the morning. Or are you? Dwarves could drink quite a lot. I don't know.
Oh no, I'll be fine.
We'll see.
Deal with it.
Right, come on, get yourself to bed.
Right.
So,
Right, was he?
Nah, man.
you leave Scarrick at the Dwarven Anvil, and you make your way now into the dark streets. The moon, as you look up and see, is nearly completely covered. Just the smallest sliver is left. I presume you're drunk.
Yeah, I would be. Yeah.
Was yeah.
Ozzy, yeah. So Ozzy, you stumbled down, avoiding the muddy patches, the rain from the past few days, and just before you get to the snap-in line, out of the market to the left, the closed down stalls, something moves towards you. You need to make a strength save.
This dice is fucking ace. I've had 2 natural 20s tonight, and I just rolled a natural 19 for -1, 18. Would I have disadvantage because I'm drunk?
Yeah, disadvantage, yeah.
15, 14.
It's okay. The attack got 22 anyway, so as you're walking along, you don't notice, but all of a sudden out the shadows of the market, you just get tackled from this huge force that just shoves you into the mud. You fall onto your back, shocked instantly, looking up at this form, like silhouetted by the torches that have now been lit.
Great, Moradin.
The form is Eleander, and he draws his sword and puts it to your throat.
Eleander? What?
The next time you use
Eleander?
magic on one of my guards, you'll be on the other side of that cell.
Whoa.
Tomorrow night is when the ship will come.
Yeah.
Make your way to the house. The boat will be there for you.
We were trying to like get information to help with the mission.
He takes the butt of his he puts his sword back and then kicks you in the balls, and then the rest of the guards leave with him.
Oh man, you don't ever kick another man in the balls. That's low. Fuck.
He leaves you in the street.
I spit like as he like walks off into the ground. What a fucking prick.
You make your way back into the inn to your room.
I cast Thunderwave. No.
Whole town goes to shit. Yeah. The next day comes. He's informed you that tomorrow night will be the night of the new moon. He's advised you to go to the house to wait. The ship will be there for you. Well, the rowboat will be at the base of the house.
He's got a peg leg, hasn't he, Eleander?
Yeah. He just balanced on it. You can still walk, use it like a leg. He didn't kick you with a peg.
Yeah, I was just wondering.
Like, boom! Pierced to the ground.
Oh, has he got pegged?
Damn.
Yeah. Well, the next morning then, I would come down to breakfast. Would Scarrick, would you be coming over?
So yeah, I've come, but we don't need to roleplay, I suppose. I've asked Gavin to get out a chest for me that he hidden away, with some quite old, ornate plate, like my old war armor, basically. So it's a bit more like it's like a black sort of blackened steel with all ornate etchings all over it in dwarven runes and stuff.
Nice.
In the night, Picard was practicing transitioning between spectral and non-spectral. Like if you could do a digit at a time.
Yeah, I'll say you have the ability now. Well, make an Arcana check. We'll say. We'll see how well you manage to pull this off. It may take a bit of practice.
21.
Nice.
Throughout the night, without you sleeping, you manage to practice and practice and practice, and quite quickly you get the hang of being able to independently make parts of you spectral. Obviously, it only works. You can't make the middle bit. It only works from digit to thingy. There's a solid hand. But actually, no, you can, because what you can do is put your hand through a wall and make yourself solid on the other side. So yeah, you can. And you practice maybe going through some walls and Styles, did you move room as well?
Yeah, because he was freaking me out.
I'd imagine you moved room next door. So at one point, you wake up in the night and the spectral hand just comes through and then goes solid and starts patting you down, and then comes back and goes back through.
God, I swear, if you didn't already, I'd cut that thing off. I thought it would work. I'd
Doing
cut
this
it off.
Fade back through.
Oh dear. But one thing you do note is that obviously you need your leather armor for that.
Absolutely.
The leather doesn't come spectral. So. Okay.
In the morning, I would just have a word with Styles over breakfast or whatever. That fucking Eleander jumped me in the middle of the night on my way back from Scarrick's.
What?
Fucking old peg leg. Kicking off of me because I put a spell on it, that fucking prison guard.
Well, if you do insist to use magic.
Well, yeah, but I thought we was helping the cause, you know? And he was a dick.
If we could have just bribed him. You're too money orientated.
Well, no, I just using my abilities.
You like showing off.
That's his ability.
That is my main ability, showing off. I've got it right here, first level, showing off spell.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Does Picard hear this conversation at all?
I mean, I'm not hiding it. We're all sat around the same table, I guess.
Sort of lean across and say, "Sorry, Mr. Oz, what's this? You had a run-in with the council and you behexed a guard."
Well, yeah, I charmed a guard to get information. Well, we already had the information. Just
It did the right thing. It was just.
yes, Scarrick.
The guard is a little
I
bit-
looked towards Scarrick. I was doing the right thing, you know. And
What's this? A hex?
no, it was a charm. It was a charm spell. And then Eleander, the fucking council peg leg prick, jumped me on my way back from yours, kicked me in the bollocks, and said, "Oh, something about if you put spells on my guards again, you something." I forgot what he said. And
Okay, well, maybe next time you don't use magic on the council. That's probably
Well, I started back at him. I was
better
like,
path.
fuck you, Eleander. I'll do what I want. I'm obviously hellborn. And he was like, that's true, you are. You could do whatever you want. And this never happened.
Jose, what have we learned from this experience?
To
Kill all witnesses.
to not get caught.
That is correct. You can
Yeah.
do what you want as long as you don't get caught.
I
I
know. I don't believe that's the moral here.
think it is.
Maybe more of a maybe don't attack or charm people who don't.
Only charm people, you're not going to come
a bit
across again.
lost. Sorry.
You got a bit of a hangover, Scarrick.
No. Dwarves can handle any alcohol or poison, and it's just
Right.
the cray wine, the claw wine. It's just maybe that.
If you say so.
As you're having this conversation, Isaac's come to like clear this stuff from some of the things, and he overhears about you and Leander, and he says, "Oh, I guess you never knew, but Leander and Brad fought side by side. They're good friends. I expect that may be why he's taken a bit harsh towards you."
Really? Well, one of them ended up on the council, and one of them ended up as a fucking prison guard.
Yeah, well, they're men of the king. They get put where they're needed, and it's by his order. So,
Right.
I just be careful. I wouldn't want to see you on the wrong side of the law.
You from Ireland?
But yes, I was born on an island.
Clanky.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I'll leave you to it.
Well, I know where to draw the line. I don't want to be swinging from the fucking gallows. I'll be careful.
Isaac, do you mind maybe packing us up a wee to-go basket? I think we'll be camping out tonight.
Yeah, of course. I'll get to it.
Thank you very much.
Where's your accent gone? Sorry.
Oh dear. So morning rolls on. He comes out with a small chest. He's actually packed a chest for you. There is some simple wooden cups in there. It's almost like a picnic hamper. There is wrapped in like sort of linens and stuff. A loaf of bread, a few bits of meat, and a few what's the word? Skins. That's what I'm looking for. Skins of wine and stuff like that.
Would it fit in the bag of holding?
Um,
I can't remember. Are you
Yeah, I
limited to like the opening of the whole bag?
yeah, it's whatever fits in, I think. But the bag itself has a capacity, so I'd say you fit in. It's not like a big chest. It's like a little, almost like a treasury chest that you'd have, but it fits the stuff in. So yeah, I'd say it's long and thin. It'd fit in.
Just so we didn't have to carry a big fucking chest around.
Yeah. You
I
can
was
fit it.
imagining carrying a little basket.
Okay, we can give it to Picard to carry.
Cool. So you heading up to the house?
Yeah.
Guess so.
Yeah.
So you make your way up to the haunted house, and let's see, what should we put you on? Drag you back to here. It's the hour trek up the cliffside.
Picard, which
going
way is north?
east.
That way.
He points inland.
So confusing.
When you get to the house, you see there are a couple of guards stationed there. They seem to rotate. These ones are there. They greet you, usher you inside. The house has
Can I
been
maybe mention? Yeah, we talked
cleared.
to him, yeah. Good. Just to mention, there might be another crew coming back. They mentioned that there's a two-way sort of system. So I don't know if you want to apprehend that crew when they come in.
The council and Eliander said to leave everything to you. We're just here to make sure no one
right,
resides in the house.
Well, what did you think about that, boys, about this? If another crew comes over?
Well,
They did say that, didn't they?
was,
I just
I
assumed
take
we
it
would.
you mentioned that to us.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I told you. I assumed that we would contact the boat and then the boat
They
would
might
wait
send
for us
another
to
crew
approach.
after.
yeah, I
Yeah.
assumed that we
Then they'd
would head
launch.
to
We better
them.
hope that bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you enter the house, and when you go down to the basement, you see in the outlet there is the boat as promised with the 2 guards manning it. Inside it's got a small hold at the back, and in there is the grappling hooks and any other supplies that you require. There's like rope and stuff like that. The boat is a rowboat, so it's powered by the guys rowing the oars. To be fair, there'll be 1 rowing and 1 steering.
So I
Wait,
guess we'll be
sunlight.
sitting down and making ourselves comfortable.
Yeah,
Next
just
to the
waiting to see a
see
ship
the
come
signal.
Where are you waiting?
In the cove where we can see the signal, I take it,
No.
or is there
Wait,
a high spot
there
that
was a
we
window.
can see out?
There was a window
Yeah.
that'll overlook the sea. I just remember this, Paul. You you mentioned a window that like randomly like looked and you looked across the sea and you said you just noticed it. Is that maybe where?
Yeah. Yeah, so
Yeah, we'll chill that.
you make your way back through the house. It's not been made livable by any standards, but it's been cleared. The dangers have been thingied. You see the boards
So the
which are
spider's gone.
damaged. Yeah.
The babies.
I was so weird. I was going to
Yeah.
ask you about that window, Paul, and it just occurred to me that might be what it was.
Yeah. So you go to the window and you get a great view out across the coast, like over the cliffs. From the sea, obviously because you're at sea level there, you can see out, but it's like a narrow field of view. So it's quite hard to see from the cave. But from the window, yeah, you get a good view of the full coast.
I would imagine and maybe do it from up here. Seems like the ideal spot.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, what's the actual plan when we get on the boat?
Oh
Because
God.
obviously we're not them.
I mean, we got these grappling hooks if we need them. I mean,
Well, no, because they'll allow us to
Well,
board
exactly.
until they notice who we are.
Well, how I would think it would work we would row up, come alongside, and then wait to be greeted somehow. Unfortunately, the people we spoke to didn't know if there was any greeting shouted, so I say we just keep
Well,
quiet.
obviously we're going to wing all that, but what is the plan? Are we attacking straight up and trying to subdue?
oh man.
We should
Well,
take the ship
Mr.
by
Dwarf
force.
in plate armour, no offence, but yourself attacking a ship is not the smartest move.
Don't like the idea of myself, pal.
I
Don't
suggest
like water.
we come up quick as we can. Myself, Mr. Pikecard and Ozzy, and you possibly bring up the rear because you're going to be the slowest up the ladder. No offence. And it's where you're going to be at your most vulnerable. So we need to make this beachhead for better things, and then once you're up, you can
Really?
fight.
So that's the plan. We're gonna just go in there, all guns blazing. What's a gun?
Well,
Well, to
There's gonna
subdue,
be-
I was saying. I don't think
There's
we
gonna
should
be
just
the-
go in and stab.
well, there's going to be the wizard. So who would be best to try and fight against the wizard? And at this point, I'll look at Mr. Pikecard.
What?
Say, well, I'm not sure I've ever fought a wizard before, but
But you'd never fought a
Skeleton army.
skeleton before the other day, and you did quite well then.
it is true. I will
Well, hang on a minute.
do
What?
my best.
How about maybe we're approaching this the wrong way, and this is something that maybe we should have talked about over the last 2 weeks before we actually arrived. Wouldn't it make sense to at least attempt to pretend to be who they think we are, and at the very least get on the boat and then
Yeah, that's
you know, maybe either attack or if it goes south, or rather than trying to fight our way onto the boat. I mean,
It could give
I was
us a
hoping we
sense of
wouldn't need to fight
advantage.
our way on, but I think you're giving your performance a wee bit of a boost there,
well,
thinking you could pretend to
well,
be these people.
they're not gonna let us on if the bloody tiefling, a dwarf in plate armor, a guy with no arm, and well, Styles probably looks like them, just turn up, rack up on a rowing boat next to them. Like they're gonna be expecting shady characters, and maybe we got some. Have we got some cloaks, some robes? Did we buy
I was
them?
thinking cloaks. I mean, it's going to be dark. Then they're going to see us.
Yeah, just remember as well, this is it's a new moon, so it's the darkest night of the month.
Hmm.
So without, from your experience in the world, without torchlight, you can't see more than like
Fucking
10 or
black.
15 feet.
Could we
yeah.
say that at the very least we would have like got some cloaks at the very least for
Yeah.
just the weather of like traveling over there,
yeah.
so we
Yeah,
can at
yeah.
least sort of hide our appearance a little bit.
Yeah, you can get cloaked up, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
There'd be stuff like that in the boat, so.
Yeah. Well,
But you're turning into Voldemort then, huh?
at the very least, we could just pretend to be the people we think we are and then get on.
Aye.
I mean, the idea was
to-
to subdue them. That's what
Aye,
that's what the
I'm
council
saying.
wanted.
We're not just
need to
going in
find
there
the captain.
slashing and killing.
If we speak to the captain and get the captain to surrender or hand over, the crew should follow. Always cabin should be towards the stern. That's the back.
Is that the
blunt
side part of the boat?
end. No, that's the blunt end at the back.
All right, okay.
Come on, Scarrick. Even I know that.
I know how a boat works. Shit.
Man, I really wish I'd learned disguise self. Instead, I picked charm person, and that went really well. God damn it.
Right, we're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, it's going to be night time, and it'll be boat time.
Boat time.
Okay.
All
All right. Night draws in over the house. The coastline is quiet. I will say, go on.
No, I was just going to keep discussing the plan.
I was going to say one thing you've been given is you have been given like a telescope.
Mhm.
That was just part of the gear that's in the boat downstairs. So
Yeah.
I presume you brought that up to the top room.
Probably keep alternating, taking turns having a look at the coastline.
Oh, one sec. I think that's Work's alarm, but it'll just be the signal dropping out.
Oh dear.
Hopefully they won't call back. So, just to set the scene while you're waiting in the room, the moon, Luna, is pitch black, and Selene, the smaller red moon, is in its last quarter. So there is a dim light, but not. You can see like the faint horizon in the distance.
Old Celine, red and vibrant as ever.
Smugglers.
Right, plan. So we're going to attempt to get on the boat, bluff our way on the boat. That's the word I'm looking for. Just putting out there metagaming. Assuming your charisma's quite high, Mr. Paladin,
Yeah.
and Oz's is quite high, so maybe we should do the talking.
Yeah.
For any sort of persuasion, it would be quite handy with that.
Yeah, definitely persuasion for me, +4.
I've got +5 on persuasion. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah. All right. Back to character. What do you think about? I'm just putting it out there as an idea. Maybe one of us could be like tied up, and we could be like being trafficked, and we could like get the jump on him that way.
I think that could work.
I think we'd check the cargo before unloading it, because we could say that part of the last shipment, the pelts or the silts and the brandy, was not as described, so we want to check it before going through the obstacle of unloading it.
If these people are in that position,
Hang
but
on.
they may be.
Are we not
lackeys.
giving them? Are we taking things off of them, Ori?
No, I think we're unloading.
We're unloading.
We're unloading from them.
Aye, they're bringing stuff in that they're smuggled.
Right.
You can see this conversation happening in the
Christ, what
house.
fuck?
Like, one of the spiders just crawls down and is like, what the fuck is going on?
These guys don't know what they're doing. I'll go.
I'll be honest, I have been drinking a lot this week, so I do not really remember. Okay,
Look,
okay.
I don't think we're going to bluff our way. Once they see us, I don't think we've even got a chance at saying we're the new crew. I think
But
we don't
won't
know enough
unless
information to
we
bluff
try.
our way through.
Well, you say that, Mr.
We
Scarrick,
can
but
try.
we got down
I mean,
here.
we
And
don't even know if we're unloading or loading the boat right now.
well, apparently we
Do you
do. It's
think
just me that
they'll
doesn't.
be able to say, "What about John?" And you'll say, "Who's John?"
Well, no. I mean, look, we did this before. We managed to get in the basement of this house by pretending to be friends, and then get the jump on Captain Sambley.
Oh, that was your musical blessings.
Well, maybe we could do that. Maybe
So-
I could. We.
I mean, that's better to get closer to them, maybe, but I don't think we'll be able to inspect the cargo and start giving orders.
Yeah, I thought we was giving them things. That's why I had the idea of tying someone up. Maybe I just want to be tied up. Who wants to tie me up?
As you discuss this in the room, a light catches your attention.
Oh,
on the
shit.
horizon. Who's
Oh,
who's
fuck.
currently watching? It'll be either Styles or Picard.
It can be
Picard.
Picard. He likes looking at the
Picard.
sea.
Yeah,
Picard is
yeah.
As you look
Fellas,
inland from the horizon, you can see the horizon in the distance, and then not too far from the coast, but a good way out. You see a long, bright white light, and it blinks again, and again, and again.
It's a signal.
All seem
It's a signal.
evenly paced.
It's the
chaps, I believe we have our signal.
Do you have the
Right.
lantern, Mr. Styles?
I think Styles
Yep.
got it. Yeah.
It's here. It's lit. It's got its cover on it.
Here we go.
Styles,
Here.
give them the code.
Do it.
Okay, I'm just getting it, sir. All safe, sir. Short, long, short, long.
You look out into the black waters,
You think they saw it?
and some time passes. 5 minutes. 10 minutes.
I don't think it's worked.
And then the light starts again. One long.
Huh?
2 long. 3 long.
Right, ready.
They're ready.
That means ready.
To the boat, boys. Let's go.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we run down.
Just
To
see.
make way down. The guards awake from the rest they were having just in the cave.
Wake up,
The
lazy
tide at this
bones.
point, if you check your tide chart, it's high. The water in the cave now is almost up to where the passageway comes into it. There's little room, but the boat can come all the way in and out. It's quite deep. There's a good draft on it. You enter the boat, and one of the guards is sat at the rear with the rudder, and another one sits in place to row. There is room for 2 people to row if you wish. He's sat in the middle. The guard at the rear says, "Which way then?"
To the boat. Up there.
Yeah, I guess thing you would have to point out which sort of direction it was. Shit. Are we like logged the direction of the compass maybe?
Picard, did you take a bearing with that nice shiny compass of yours?
I absolutely did.
Excellent.
That's way.
So this, I'm just going to say, right. So, has anyone? So we've established no one's attacked a boat before. Let's just remember, ships, 3-dimensional spaces. People can be above and below you, so we need to keep our eye open.
Oh, Mr. Stars, Mr. Stars.
Also,
Wait,
Ozzy, for those magically able, just remember,
Yep.
fire on a boat is not a good idea.
I That's good because I have no fire abilities at this moment in
That
time.
is good. Mr. Paycard, I know you have some magical abilities. Please no throwing fire, because we do not want to sink the boat with fire before we get the stuff off it. I mean, before we take the prisoners.
Hey,
I try my best, Mr. Styles.
Yeah.
Mr. Stiles, I wonder you look like a sneaky fella. I wonder if it's worth you like sneaking up on the boat while we do the talking. You could get behind him or something.
Well, they should be anchored in, so I could attempt to come up the anchor chain, but we maybe should have discussed this during the last.
I know
Right,
when
well,
week of
guards.
getting drunk.
Journey.
The guards at this point are beginning to row the boat out of the
row your boat
And as
gently
they do-
downstream.
Not that
the
I'm
one at the rear lights a torch. It says, pulls out a compass, takes the bearing off Mr. Picard, and uses his torch to read the compass as he steers the rudder, and the other one rows.
So, Styles,
gonna-
do you maybe want to use your
What,
stealth lantern for that?
Yeah, I'm going to tell him to put that light out, and I'm going to get my hooded lantern so we can see it so we can see it without drawing attention to ourselves.
Douses the torch in the ocean. Alright, I can see.
Now, just to be clear before we get here, are you being sneaky, or you're just trying to get on the boat normally?
If we swing round and approach the boat from the from the bow, I'll slip into the water because I'm assuming I can swim. And I will, as you're discussing, I will make my way up the anchor chain.
The bow is the front of the boat, is that right?
It's the point of it, yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Can I just say, just in case we get like into the thick of it, like just the last minute before we anyone leaves the boat, I'm going to bless everyone.
You're not going to say we're doomed in that Scottish accent.
That only lasts
There
a
is-
minute, right?
Yeah.
Do you not want to save it for later? Oh, when did you say? When we get off the boat, you're going to do it?
As I slip
Yeah,
into
well,
the
I figured
water,
when
maybe-
everyone slips away, oh yeah,
I
they're going to take longer than a minute to get
Yeah.
up there. Probably will.
Yeah, well,
Alright, no, I won't do that then, yeah. Good shout.
yeah, save it.
So I presume someone with dark vision is using the telescope.
I have
Yeah, I
dark
could be,
vision.
yeah.
Oh, you have, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
No one else
you
does.
I don't.
So, Scarrick, at the bow of the boat, you look out towards the ocean. You see, there's still a good distance away,
This music's
the silhouette of a ship. The ship itself is relatively large. You can't make out any details yet. However, if you come to the bottom of here, you can see its sort of shape. It has a forecastle and an aft castle, and a main deck in the centre. There's a large mast. Its sails are up, and it hovers in the water, lightless. The guards keep rowing under your direction, heading towards the ship.
Be silent, boys. Don't let them know we're here. Otherwise, we're doomed.
The ship itself is also facing broadside to the coastline, with the starboard side facing landward. Which side do you wish to approach?
On side, starboard side.
Yeah, yeah.
But we'll. So if it's facing starboard side, yeah. So the wind will be coming the yeah. So we'll go upstream and let the wind bring us back along the
Yeah.
starboard side, and that's where our stars will slip out and swim to the anchor chain.
You get around 20 feet of the boat. Its dimensions now, you can see it's big. The boat itself is around 90 feet long. It has a beam of 26 feet and a draft of 8. There's 9 feet of sort of deck above the waterline to the main deck and the rails, and then for the forecastle and the poop deck, 17 feet above the waterline. So that's where you can see the thing. You see up at the very top of the mast there is a crow's nest, which does have a human figure on, looking out towards the land. So
You stop rocking the boat. I mean it.
I need you all
Don't
to
like
make a
it.
stealth check.
Styles or us?
All of you, the entire boat.
Don't let me down. Oh god.
16.
16.
16.
Uh,
9 for Pike.
14.
14, 9. Okay. What did you get, Scarrick?
16. It's because I'm not actually moving. I'm just sitting rigid in the fucking boat, not daring to move.
You row your way quietly towards the vessel. What do you wish to do? You just go outside and you're jumping off?
Well, as soon as Styles
Yeah,
is gone,
Okay.
I've slipped off now and swimming off. I've managed to get to the rope.
Let's get you on the map.
yeah,
Yeah, so then we'd still try to be quiet just to get up if we
Yeah,
could.
just get
but
up
if they
to it.
see us, it's not the end of the world
Yeah,
because we're
it's
signalled in.
just to make sure they don't see Styles slipping off.
Set the 2 guards as well. So if you imagine, this main deck is probably the bit you'll approach first. So as you get within around 20 feet, a voice calls out in the darkness. All's good.
All's good.
Come to the side. You see a lantern lights up. And you see illuminated on the deck, on the main deck, 2 figures. One is one looks slightly better dressed and the other one looks like your standard seafaring person. The other looks, excuse me, to have a bit more authority. They usher you come down the side of the ship and they throw a rope ladder down.
Yeah, I'll start climbing the rope ladder. I can't move myself.
Yeah, I'd send.
You send in the
Send him.
dwarf first?
I should probably go first. Or
Whatever.
If you want to hop up.
Yeah, I don't mind. Whatever.
Pike goes first.
I'll follow Picard then.
Hang on, just let me get the settings. And remind me to change this before. Styles, I need you to make me a strength check. So you swim round, you see the anchor chain is at the bow of the ship. You see, however, it comes down through the deck and out into the water, so it doesn't go all the way to the top. What do you wish to do?
So the strength check was a 12. I'm assuming that there'd be some type of rigging, so I
That's
would
only
be able.
if you want to try and climb it. So you're trying to climb
Yeah.
up that and then get onto the thingy.
Yeah, I'm gonna climb it, and then I'm gonna assume. Oh, it would be some because you'd have the
Right side.
The lines.
So
yeah, you'd have
managed
lines
to-
and you'd have the bowsprit, wouldn't you? That I should be able to get onto.
you manage to pull your way up the chain, and your hand grips onto the side of the deck, and the boards of the ship are gnarled and damaged enough to be able to get a hold. But as you do begin to climb up the side, your hand grasps something, but it's covered in like a seaweedy slime substance, and your hand slips, and you do fall into the water with a. As this happens, who's
fucking
on the
hell.
ladder? Picard.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You 2 underneath. As this happens, the guy on the left up here. Let me see if he's. Let's see if The lapping of the water on the side of the ship is enough to mask this sound, but Styles, you are now in the water again, just bobbing about. Um, you climb up onto the ship, Styles, and
Picard.
as you do, Picard, sorry. As you do, the first mate looks you over. Who are you?
I would be
I
like
recognise
right
you.
up, right, literally
Yeah.
right behind him, coming up.
You can. You should be able to move yourself. That's it.
And I guess like the guards and everything will be coming right up behind.
The guards are staying in the boat.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Yeah.
I as I get up and hear him say like, he's the new guy. Don't worry about him.
And I say, yes, I am the new guy.
Make a deception check.
With advantage? Because I'm helping.
Nope.
No, it's you who's lying. So
You're doing a big old lie.
Oh, so I'm lying. I'm doing the deception
yeah.
check. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's not good. 7.
Right, you guy. Come up then.
Where's the
And then I'm hopping up, I guess.
where are the goods?
Where are the goods? Oi! He nods to the other one. Where are the goods, eh? And he says, "Oh, it's over here, I think." And he bangs on the door. And as he does, it opens, and a figure walks through. This figure, tall, hooked hand, wooden leg, a true captain's hat. He stumbles out, staggers out the door. What's going on?
Come to
Go
collect.
aboard my ship.
I walk up to him and I say, "Ah, you look like a captain."
That I am.
Steve.
Snake eyes.
I'm like side-eyeing Scarrig, like, what's he doing?
And who be you?
Well, we are here to take your vessel from you. We are going to throw you in jail where you belong,
God.
and if you're lucky, you might survive long enough to be hung.
Oh god, Mr. Picard, you're so funny.
He's a joker, this guy.
He really is. Look,
Oh no. Well,
We're-
the captain sent us down. We're the part of the crew.
Captain Sambley,
We're just.
you sent us to come collect the bounty. That's why we did this signal. Come on, stop messing around, Picard.
And I
To make
taking
a,
that hat.
I'll let you two make a deception check. With one of you make it with advantage, but it's a pretty high
Fallen
DC.
cat.
I'll do it. I got +4. Fucking hell. Neither of them are good rolls. 14. Are you climbing back up against Styles, by the way? Or
I might. I don't know.
I was assuming.
Round, yeah.
I'm guessing you'll have to do a strength check if you're doing it the same way.
Are you trying to climb up the thing again? So
Yeah.
if you try and do the same thing over and over, it gets progressively harder.
Surely as sneaky rogue, you'd be like athletics or acrobatics or dexterity.
It's athletics to get up this. It's hard.
God damn it.
It's like an endurance thing rather than a skill. You can make another strength check if you wish. Or you can swim round.
Does it have to be the rope ladder, or does this ship have inbuilt ladders?
There's like from the side that you're at, you haven't seen anything on the ship that suggests you can get up any other way.
I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna try one more time because I'm on glutton for punishment.
Roll a strength check.
Yes, 19.
This time, you carefully pull yourself back up, and when you get to the wooden part, you make sure to just rub your hand on part of your clothing before grabbing on and just double check your holds. You manage to make it up, and you are now on the forecastle. give me a stealth check.
Ooh, natural one with my modifiers at 8.
That's sneezing.
As you're climbing up and landing on the top deck, that is when this ruckus is happening below. And as you land up there, Captain Snake Eyes draws his sword. Hold these men. I need you all to roll for initiative.
Oh, fucking hell, this is not going well.
Oh.
We are the worst.
Hey,
Mr. Pickup, what are you doing?
11.
12.
So 8 for Styles.
13.
11 for
Wow.
Picard. 13 for Aussie. What were you, Scarrick? 12.
12.
Alright, just let me roll these guys. So who we got? Okay. So, the captain reacts first, and he draws his sword, but with his other hooked arm, goes to try and grapple you, Scarrick. So I need to make a strength check.
Oh, wow, that's a 7. Oh.
Not Scarrick, Picard. Why I always get you the wrong way around. Sorry. Picard, I need you to make a strength check.
That's it.
Yeah.
7.
Is that with your modifiers?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he got a natural 7, but +3. So he manages to get one arm around your throat, the other with his sword, and he has you grappled, so you can
No,
still
help me, boys. It's gone
fight
wrong.
it off on your next
I'm
turn.
tempted to not help you.
So the captain grapples you, Picard. Aussie, you're next. So the order, just so you know, is going to be the captain, Aussie, Scarrick, Picard, the first mate, Styles, then the bandit.
Okay. I, as a bonus action... Where's my bonus actions? I will cast...
If you're
Oh, go on.
thinking of charm, can you charm someone that's in combat? Just check.
Yeah. It just... Where is it? It says it has advantage on the save if you or your companions are fighting it.
Okay.
But
got you. Yeah.
I would say at this... well, it's up to you, obviously. I would say at this point we're not fighting. But maybe...
He's going to try and grapple and question you all his way around at the moment, so I'd say he is hostile towards you.
So he would have advantage on it, would he?
Advantage on the save, yeah.
Damn. Probably not. It only has to be a 13, so it's probably not going to go very well, that. Well, as a bonus action, I will cast Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah.
On Scarrick. Yeah, I'll do that, and then fuck.
Garrick, you'll be up next after Aussie. On deck, literally.
Alright, we're gonna have to take a different approach. I will cast Sleep.
Ooh. Who on?
It's everyone. 5, 10, 15, everyone within 20 feet of me.
Including friendlies? You
No.
can't pinpoint it, can you? Oh, just enemies.
They're just people you can see with him who you want.
Oh,
I
actually,
guess.
let me just creatures within a 2 fire. Oh damn, yeah, I think it's everyone.
I think it is, unless you have like a spell sniper.
Fuck. Okay, I won't do that then. Oh fuck! God damn it! What's going on? God damn it, Mr. Picard. I will instead. Okay. Whip out my guitar. And I like play this like just like a real kind of palm muted up like a little melody, and you hear me just like whispering like some like weird language, like whispers, and you just see the captain like something like enter his head and cast dissonant whispers. You whisper a discordant melody that one creature of your choice within range can hear, racking it with terrible pain. Needs to do a wisdom saving throw.
5.
He fails. On a failed save, 3d6 psychic damage. And must immediately use his reaction, if available, to move as far away from me as possible.
Yeah.
Ooh, kind of alright. 6, 7, 12 psychic damage.
Nice. So as you do this, you see his arm, one hooked hand is gripped around Picard, the other sword
Just like
drawn.
staring at him like...
As wild. His face crumpled for a second and he lets go of you, Picard. And he just drops his sword, his hands go to his ears. Ah, what is that noise? And you see it. He
Rock and roll, man!
back into the door and pushes through it. Okay. The door like swings behind him.
Must be more of a blues man.
Nice. Cool. That you, Ozzy?
Yeah.
Nice. Scallic.
Sorry about this, pal. And I'll swing for a. I know it's probably not doesn't matter yet, but a knockout blow on this guy here with my hammer.
It's always worth mentioning it. Remember that Kurt did 76 damage in one round.
17.
What is it? 17 to hit.
17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Seven.
Oh, that's, take a good strong hit with your. Is it with your hammer?
Yeah.
Yeah, take a good strong hit with your hammer. Hitting this bandit like in the chest, and it instantly wins them, and they sort of crumple forward. They're pretty bashed up, to be fair. Like another blow like that would definitely take them out. That you, Scarrick?
I think so. Like 1 second bonus action. Yeah,
Picard?
that's me.
Right. Did we say this fellow was knocked out?
No, he's
No.
winded and like quite
winded.
badly hurt. Yeah,
I see.
he looks badly damaged.
Okay. Then I draw my sickle and just try and uppercut him with it.
Deadly or non-deadly?
Pretty deadly, I'm afraid.
Roll for
I was gonna say,
attack.
don't disappoint now, Mr. Baker. please.
Stay in character.
21.
Nice.
Yeah, that hits. Roll for damage.
Oh, it does 1 damage. It's a simple weapon. It doesn't do a lot.
Very deadly.
You swing up with a sickle and cut through like this, like, it's quite well wrapped in clothing. You cut through some of the clothing. You catch skin, but not enough to do serious damage.
I say, that first one was free, but the rest will cost you.
Okay, first mate. The first mate, what's he do?
Which one's the first mate? The one there, Kurt?
Yeah.
Rosa.
He runs for. Oh yeah. He makes a run this way. You do get an opportunity, Ozzy.
I will take it. As he steps away, I unsheath my rapier and turn around and not so fast, and swipe at him. 16 plus 5, 21.
It hits. Roll for damage.
D8 plus 3. Where are my D8s? Oh, that's a 1. Plus 3, 4.
Cool. You manage to just catch him as he flees and cutting through his like white blouse, pirate blouse. He yaps out a little bit,
Nice blouse.
but as he does, he shouts, "We're under attack! We're under attack!"
Oh shit.
And he charges through this door. So that's 10, 15, 20.
Do with those chaps on our boat to come help us.
He hadn't used an action, has he?
No, he hasn't.
Alright. That is the best mate. Styles, it is you.
Has anyone noticed what's the guy in the crow's nest doing?
Nothing yet. He will be on it next round, I'd say. So he's alerted by this guy shouting, "We're under attack."
Styles, I'm not sure how much you're aware of how your sneak attack works, but the guy who stood with Picard and Scarrick, because he's like engaged with them technically, you get like extra damage on him, or you could like hide and have advantage, in which case you would get sneak attack, but you don't need to do that because you have them next to him.
I was just looking for my things. I've got luck as well, and I always forget to use that. I should have used that earlier, the lucky throws.
Yeah, that is good to use, yeah. I always forgot I had
so-
that.
Ah, you got lucky, have you?
Yeah, I'm just going to approach the end of this.
Balustrade.
Yeah, and I'm just going to
Dick.
draw my bow, point it at this poor fella, and let loose.
Roll for attack.
For a non-lethal shot, yeah?
One of those non-lethal arrows.
Yeah, one of those beanbag arrows, yeah?
Yeah, just has a bit of rubber on the end.
A big boxing glove.
So 6.
6 to hit.
Lucky.
Might
Lucky.
use your lucky.
Look, yeah, I'll use one of my lucky, so I'll roll again. And that gives me a 14.
14, yeah, 14 hits.
Yay!
So you sort of,
You lucky
'cause
bastard!
to be fair, you don't have dark vision, do you? So
No.
the deck here is now like illuminated. When you were climbing up, they lit 2 small lamps which do light the deck slightly, but there's the pitch of the boat here. It's still quite dark. So yeah, roll for damage.
Kidding. 1 plus 3, so 4.
You get your sneak attack though to add on top of that. So
Oh, yeah.
I think
So that's a D6, isn't it?
I think at this stage it is, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. 6 or 10.
Nice.
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 You steady yourself, take aim, and it just sticks into the side of his neck, and he drops to the ground. You can see now he's on top of the cargo grid, which goes into the lower decks, and blood just starts to dribble out and drip down below. This item here as well, because now you can take the time to sort of look around the deck. You see there's a jolly boat lashed to the center. The mast is here going up to the crow's nest. and you see there is several doors leading out below deck.
I'd whiz round, seeing the arrow fly past me, and like nod towards Styles. You look a bit wet. Oh, sorry. Were you still in Are you still in combat?
You are still in
Okay,
combat.
sorry.
You can talk though. I'd say there's like probably a 10-second gap where you can.
I'll just do that, and then
I would
I
probably
see this
shoot
guy
them off
dying
and
at me after I've just done a little slice, and I go, Jesus Christ, was that me?
I'll shout down to the two guards like, "Shit's gone south. You might want to get your asses up here."
try and subdue, boys. Come on. It's not how we do things. And I'll just close the eyes on this guy.
The guards
Like do a
shut
quick
up.
blessing.
Noel, that's what the council said.
Fucking no help. Bunch of pricks. They're getting fucking left
The
here.
council did say when you thingied, they said we'll give you the guards, but we can't risk our lives. They'll look after the boat, and that's it. They did tell you.
Shocking.
It's not their story, man. It's yours. So, let's have a look. So, Styles, you've just gone. So, let's see. So, from below, 3 more bandits burst out the door where this guy went down.
Oh, we're gonna get fucked.
They sort of come out, swords drawn, all of them just full pirate garb, like bandanas, some with eye patches. You think stereotypical pirate. They have like the cutlasses drawn, and they just look around the ship, ready to fight. The captain with the dissonant whispers, does he get to make a save on his finger, or does it just last 1 turn?
On a fail save, move his reaction, fails to move as far as the speed out of the creature, doesn't move his officer. It just says that. It doesn't actually say. I'm assuming that after when it's his go again, he can come straight back. So it doesn't say.
Okay. Yeah, but it doesn't have a time on the spell or anything.
No, it's an
Yeah.
action and it's instantaneous. He gets hit, and it just says uses a reaction to move as far as its speed allows away from you. You can't move into obvious danger, and that's all it says.
25. So, he smashes back through the door, and just look of pure anger on his face.
Oh, him again.
And he takes his sword and just slashes towards you, Pygard.
Jesus Christ.
17 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
What did this one? 9 damage as he comes and cuts across you.
Can't take that yet because I'll intercept with my shield.
Oh.
Oh. So I can roll a d10 to negate that damage.
Okay.
Wow,
I like that.
that's cool.
It's not big.
Is that your reaction to use?
That's I think it is my reaction. Yeah, where is it? It's my interception point style. You can use your reaction, yeah. So that's my reaction this time. +2. So it's 10. So it takes nothing.
Nice. So as he comes out in a rage and swings with his longsword, it just smashes into Scarrick's shield.
Mr. Scarrick.
I love how
I got you, lad.
everybody's a Mr. Someone.
Yeah. Pirates. Ozzy,
It's
you're up.
Blade Fall.
Can that be our party name, the Misters?
The Mr. Men.
Yeah, the Mr. Man.
Yeah, it's your go, Ozzy. You're up.
Mr. Oz's turn. I turn towards the 3 that are coming towards me, and
Lie, you fools.
I go, "Not so fast, you pirate scumbags!" And I go, whip out a big power cord. And I do a windmill on the guitar, and this shockwave like comes out, and
Nice.
I cast Thunderwave.
Nice. Was this a save? I
It's
can't remember.
Constitution saving throw.
4 for the first one,
Fail.
3,
Fail.
and 6.
Fail. Yeah, boy. They all take 2d8 thunder damage, and they're all pushed 10 feet away from me.
Oh, shit. Roll your damage first.
Oh, I
You just
hope
wanna
they
do
all
generic.
fall off the
You
shit.
can do it individual, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Or is it just one group? Well, no, it's one damage and it'll hit everyone, won't it?
Yeah, I assume
'Cause if they
it's
succeeded, it'll
one.
be half,
It's one
won't it?
damage.
Yeah.
That is 4 plus 9 thunder damage.
Yeah.
So yeah, like this thunder wave just like smashes into them, just whipping them off their feet.
So you see the bodies just get thrust backwards. Their chests, like, you hear some ribs cracking as they hit them. Like, blood's like popping out of places it shouldn't really. It's a lot of force that's hit them, and each one gets thrown
Yeah, mate.
over the board as the two on the edges just sort of hit it, but then just can't catch balance and fall.
See ya.
They're now 9 feet below in the water.
There's also
struggling to
like
survive.
when I say this is like a loud sound, it's loud. It's a thunderous boom that's audible
Yeah.
out to 300 feet.
Yeah,
Jesus.
that's loud. What I am going to say is that these guys are dead because they've just fallen into the water below, and I don't think they'd have the energy to swim. Not after that. So yeah, you fuck them up. Anything else, Ozzy?
That just use my trademark line. No on-call for you.
You see, as you finish, you see the door close to you open, just slightly, and make a perception check.
I think that's 12.
12. A scaled hand is wrapping around the door, and just peeking out, you see the snout of a creature about the height of a human, and then the door closes again.
Okay.
Scarlick.
So I'll step over this guy and stand there and take a swing with my hammer at this guy.
Oh, sorry,
The
Paul.
captain.
Sorry, Paul. Just can I move?
Go on. Oh yeah, you can move. Yeah. Sorry.
I would just move maybe 10, 15, just maybe
Jump-
to the
jump
edge.
the jolly boat.
Yeah, maybe just to the edge, just to like look down and make sure that I've finished them off, sort of thing.
Yeah, you see 3 lifeless bodies
Yeah.
floating in the water below.
Okay, that's me.
D&D, everybody.
I knocked them out, Scarrick.
Eric,
They're just sleeping.
They're just sleeping.
touche.
Yeah, I'll be like, "What have you made him do?" And I'll shout for Moradin and use divine favor as a bonus action. Yeah, bonus action, so it's not my reaction. But cast divine favor, which adds a 1d4, I think. Yeah. Right, so swing with my warhammer in anger at the captain.
Yeah.
Oh, I just cleared that. I think it was a natural 20.
Was it? It was saying you roll
It's still
history.
got like 8 really. How do you find roll history?
So the top, I'll find it. It was a natural 20, yeah, 24.
Nice. Yeah, roll for damage doubled. I'll do it when you do damage anyway, won't it? I
Should
think.
do, I think. Yeah, it's just put,
13.
13. Nice.
Oh.
it actually does.
4 damage.
It does it different on Roll20, doesn't it? Did we decide that we was gonna double it and then add the modifier?
Yeah, I thought that's how it did it. We said we'd do it however roll 20
I
does
think
it.
it
'cause
did
Yeah.
it. Did it not just show it
No,
like
I
that?
roll
think
roll
roll
20
20
does two. It's normally 1d8. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's rolled 2d8, a 5 and a 6 plus 2. So
Oh, that's pretty good.
it doubles the die.
Alright, fair enough.
I mean, whatever you want to do,
Um,
it's up to you.
Just play it however roll 20 does it, because
So
otherwise we have
15,
to work it
15
out.
altogether because of the extra 2 from the radiant damage.
Nice. So yeah, you just swing and crunch into this captain. You see part of his face just like cracks in. He's like, "Rah!" Blood now pouring out, staying in his shirt and then his billowing cape. Okay, yeah. Anything else, Garrett?
See?
All right. High card.
Right. Well, how well is this fella looking?
He's looking pretty hurt, pretty bloodied.
Pretty emotional.
I mean, take more than a 1, but
I don't know if I've got more than a 1. So do this one. Yeah, I'm gonna OP this. So I swing my hand out, and as I'm going at him with my hand, my leathery tassels kind of just fall away, and I grab him on the face like a face hugger. And I cast inflict wounds.
nice.
Jeez.
For 23 to hit.
That hits.
So it's 3d10.
It's overkill.
Yeah. 28 damage.
Jesus Christ.
Um,
Just blow his face off.
yeah, you see his body.
It's just the Ark of the Covenant thing from Indiana
shake.
Jones.
You see his body just shake, almost involuntary, almost lifted off the floor by this spectral hand that's now engulfing his face, and it's over within seconds. He shakes really violently and then just is limp, and then as you move your hand away, he just drops to the floor, face down. Yeah, he's dead.
I take his hat, pop it on.
Yeah.
I'm going to storm through here. Where we can't get in the ship start with.
I look back and
So-
look quite shocked at how violently Picard dispatched of that guy.
These.
That was an what's the term where you like don't kill, non-violent.
No,
I
I don't know.
What was
what are you saying?
what were you referring to it as like a non-lethal?
We're
Yeah.
trying to subdue them, weren't we? We're
Yeah.
trying to non-lethal.
I
yeah.
turn and say to Miss Picard, that was a non-lethal blow, right?
I
Right.
look at my hand and I say, sometimes I don't know my own strength.
Right.
Sorry, fellas. Just getting used to this.
So, as you destroy the captain, the door crashes from behind you, Ozzy, and out burst these 3 figures. The first mate who had originally gone down, another one of these pirate crew, and a different person. This one, again, looks to have some sort of rank, a sash around them. Val Friffoff, what they're called. They burst out and just survey the scene. They see the captain dead. The first mate runs towards you. Sword draw. He's going to make an attack. Now, enraged.
To me.
Yeah. Yeah, two-handed. 12.
Yes.
He comes down at first, the longsword above his head, swoops down two-handed, tried to hit you in the shoulder, but you managed to duck out the way. And as he comes back, he switches and goes one-handed. Misses again. Just flies off, sort of off balance as he comes towards you. The other one used their motion to get up here. Styles.
So which one's the first mate? Where is he?
So this one down here, with the red, is the first mate, and this one is another sort of member of authority. This is generic bandit.
Generic bad guy. I'm going to move along this deck down a bit, and then I'm going to jump over this railing in like a really cool with my
Assassin's Creed.
with my sword drawn and just.
Nice.
Do I need to do a check to do the jump or anything?
No, it's pretty simple to jump over. Just make an attack roll to see if you hit the. I guess are you going? Which one are you going
No,
for?
well,
the
I'm
first
I'm
mate?
going for the first mate, but I'm not going to attack him. I'm going to say, "You are the captain now. Do you surrender? Save your men."
So you jump in front.
Yeah.
He looks you in the eyes. Make a persuasion check.
I believe Mr. Packard's the captain now.
Oh,
He's got the hat.
Sorry, he dressed up and the other guy's
Five.
close.
As you jump over and say this, he just looks at you. Who the fuck are you? And goes to swing his sword, but he will on his next thing.
All right. So do I still get to swing my sword after he swore
So
at me?
you'd use your action to try and persuade him into that. You could use a bonus.
Yeah, I'll use the bonus.
You can use your bonus to disengage and then move the rest of your movement if you wish.
Or dodge.
Engage.
Use about 15. Oh yeah, you can use dodge. Then he roll attacks with disadvantage next go.
Yeah, I'll use dodge then. Wait.
Put that on. So just remember your dodge for next go. The bandit steps around, makes an attack at you, Ozzy. Oh shit! Crap. Misses. Just swinging again. Swing and a miss. Bada, 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 bada. You do hear the door open behind you though,
Oh my
and
god.
another figure comes out. This one, dressed differently. There was a turban around this person's head. Their skin is a lot darker than the rest, and their clothes are billowing.
Yeah, the magic user.
Yeah.
Okay. I needed to make a. Oh, it's ranged spell attack actually. +2. 14.
Who are you attacking?
Aussie.
Miss.
Fucking hell. This shit, the craziness of this thing, this shit going everywhere. And as the deck wizard comes out, a ray of frost just blasts from their hand, just casting out across the deck, but going high and just shooting above your head.
Shit.
You will take half. No, spell attack. So if it misses, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not save, is it?
Okay, it's fine.
Like I've just been like I've had 3 different people like come out of doors and try and attack me, and I'm like dodging it all. I'm like, I don't know how much longer I can keep this up. I need some help.
Aussie, it's your go.
Oh, okay. I'll start my go by doing that. Shit. Oh fuck! What do I do? That's not really a lot I can do. I've only got 1 spell slot left.
Yeah, I've got fuck all.
Level 2, baby.
Use your fear.
Yeah. So I just I'm just gonna take a swipe at the guy in front of me.
Okay.
15 plus 5 for 20.
That hits. Roll for damage.
5 plus 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage.
Nice. Yeah. You take a big
Fuck
chunk
off,
out of this
Beardy.
giant. He's pretty badly injured. He's cut deep. That you, was he?
I would. Can I step round, not leaving his
Yeah.
reach,
can
and
move,
just
yeah.
maneuver as I swipe at him behind him, just putting in between me and the magic user?
Yeah, of course. Scarlic. Got a
Right,
dead
so I
Epson in
suppose
front
I'll
of you.
just
A dead sailor to
charge.
the left.
I'll just charge this
Smash
woman.
it.
And go for a swing with my warhammer.
Roll for attack.
How many spell slots do you get, Scarrick?
2.
Oh dear.
Yeah. 22.
22. Yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
Roll for damage.
3 plus 1 second. Because I take it still within a minute of.
Yeah.
When
Yeah,
I
yeah.
Cast breaking rolls. Plus 1, so 4 damage. 1 radiant damage.
4.
3 normal. 3 bludgeoning. 4, yeah.
Yeah.
Just so you know, in case you want to use this, if a creature has bardic inspiration from you, which you do,
You can add it
I
to your
forgot
damage.
that I got
you
something from
you can either at this point you can either use a d6 to, you can add it to an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, whatever. But you could also add a d6 to the damage if you want to do that instead.
I'll definitely do that. So I'll also add 5.
Nice.
5. Nice. It's better. A good swing and a hit, and you knock this wizard into the stairs behind it. These stairs that lead up to the poop deck. They just turn and give you this glare. High card.
So I'm going to come across this way. Can I step over this corpse?
Yeah.
Tell you what, I might actually choose a ranged move. Yeah, so I'll stay where I am. Come this way a bit. And I will cast Chill Touch on her. 22 to hit.
That hits. Roll for damage.
Shit. It was a 1 damage.
Oh man.
Oh, your
Yeah.
damage.
So good on the other one as well.
Damage
Is there any
rolls.
other effects to it or not?
No, that was it. That's all it does.
Her hand's still cold from the frost, just begins to like absorb the damage, so it doesn't do as much, it seems. Right. This character, the bosun, steps forward. He is a male, even though token's female. Everybody stop. This is enough. And they sort of put their sword on the ground and put their hands up.
Good.
Yay!
I agree. We should stop this.
How does everybody else react?
Whose goes next?
I'll step
Um,
away.
It's Styles after this.
Sons of Styles, I guess.
I'll just
Yeah.
look at the first mate again. It's up to him. Does
He
your
looks
crew
at you.
live today, or do you die? And I just
Well, make an intimidation check.
$14.
He looks at you and looks to the bosun. We parlay. But this isn't necessarily over. He lowers his sword.
I'll relax as well.
Man, where's the fucking... Oh, there it is. So, the deck goes quiet.
I haven't
The first
quite
mate looks around.
lowered my sword.
Yeah. Who are you? What do you want?
We're the Mister Men.
You want your ship, your crew, and your cargo.
Your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle.
Why? Where's Sambalay?
Sambaley's dead. I killed him.
Sort of looks across to the bosun, the deck wizard, the corpse of the captain, and the missing bandits. Let's make a deal.
It's gonna have to be a good one.
You set us free, this jolly boat, and keep everything.
Ooh.
All we want is our lives.
Now we have a couple council boys waiting in a boat at the side who
Yeah. No.
might take umbrage with that. Although they can't see what's on deck, I presume.
No, I guess
No,
I can't
they're
see what's
just in the
going
boat,
on.
that thingy.
Yeah, but we can't say everyone escaped again. Oh, they just happened to.
Oh, well, there's a bunch of
Well,
bodies.
hang on. Yeah, we have the captain's body. We have other bodies. They don't know how many people are on here.
I'm gonna ask him how many people are left below deck.
Hmm.
There's no one below deck. There's just and he nods to the door where you saw the scaled hand.
Hmm.
Our guests, you could say.
Guests.
How you deal with them is up to you. I never liked them anyway, to be fair.
What do you mean by guests?
They're the reason we're out here. Well, part of it. Anyway, listen, I'm not telling you anything else. Unless you promise us our lives.
I look around like,
I don't think you're in any position to make demands there, son.
I agree with Picard.
You
No.
are our prisoners.
Not yet, we're not. There's still 4 of us and 4 of you.
I walk over to. Is it this
It's
chap?
this guy at the back. So
Oh, this chap. I walk around this one.
I don't know. Maybe we should do what we did before.
Kill them
No.
all.
That's not what we did.
They don't do that.
What's your
You
name?
get the sense, like, from the way they are, these are the strongest of the crew.
I don't want anyone to die here now. I think we can come to a deal.
Well, Scarrick, what do you say? Because you didn't like it that we let him go last time. You don't want us to kill him. What would you like us to do?
No, but maybe justice can come. Sorry, my
Do you want
internet's
us to
putting
take-
in
Yeah,
a
you
lot slow.
froze it, Sandy. Put another coin in the meter.
They must face
It says it's full.
Garrick.
So what did you say, Scarrick? I didn't quite get you there.
Aye, but justice can come for them soon.
I just
Maybe it's not us.
cast message subtly to Picard and say, Mr. Picard, I'm not sure if we can take them all on. As I watch him like approaching him, like I don't know what he's gonna do. Like I'm not sure if we're able to take them all on.
I loudly yell back, "Nonsense, Mr. Oz!"
Is it still my initiative?
We're out of initiative now, so anyone can do anything at any point.
Kill
The bosun. You said the bosun's put her sword down, yeah?
Yeah, they're all male. It's just when I could say.
Sorry, yeah.
Bosun's was the
Just-
first to surrender. the first mate has lowered their sword, and
What's
the
the- what's
magic
the-
user
what's the wizard doing?
just stood was with Scarrick, but
The way I
I'm gonna,
count
yeah,
it
I'm
is
gonna wander
each,
over here
each
and
of us,
have a look and
each of us has a target.
who's in here.
Each
Yes.
of us has someone to dance with.
Except for Scarrick, 'cause he just fucked.
See ya.
let me reveal area. So as you open this door,
We're in parlor.
are you opening it, Scarrick?
Yeah.
Harley.
Before you go in,
Yeah, I suppose.
there's a distinct odor about this room that reminds you of a marsh or a swamp. Not fetid, not oppressive, but certainly noticeable. In the center is a wooden table, bolted to the deck. On the table, you see the remnants, a silver jug, red fluid, pewter mugs. Stood around the table at the back of the room, are three lizard-bodied people. They're green skin, reptilian. They have a large fin on the rear, clawed hands, but with weapons. As you open the door, one of them shouts across at you in a language you don't understand, but also broken common. Who are you?
Okay. We're here to help.
The weapons.
My weapons?
No, our weapons.
Scarrick,
Did you
who's
say
in
they have
there?
weapons on them?
They look confused to each other and speak a little in their own language. Smuggler. Yes?
No.
They talk again amongst themselves.
As Scarrick's talking, I'd say to the first mate next to him, like, who is in that room? Prisoners?
I'm not telling you anything until you promise our lives. They're not prisoners. They're not tied up at all. This is, you can tell this is their quarters, living quarters.
Did you say, are they armed?
They have clubs and their claws and stuff like that. They don't have swords.
I don't know if they're on our side or not.
Yeah, I couldn't really get
I
their
would-
intentions from the
I would describe
weapons.
it as
Yeah.
neutral.
Hmm.
So
They said we could do what we want with them, didn't they?
yeah, exactly. So they're not going to fight us unless we give them cause to.
All right, Mr. Men, let's have a vote. I vote we let them go.
I don't like it, but
We've
I don't
been-
want to risk our lives.
We've been letting go a lot of criminals as of late. How many more people must they hurt before someone does something?
I'm just going to say to the first mate, say, look, there's 2 guards down there, and we can't just let you go in front of them. So how about we tie you up and get them to guard you? If you can escape from them, it's their fault, not ours.
No, I'm
Make a
not agreed
persuasion
to that.
check.
I wouldn't agree to that.
What if
Like,
one
I
of them
won't put their
escapes
lives in
and
danger.
kills the guard? Exactly.
Natural
I'll
20.
kill them.
I like your talk. We'll
We-
tie it loose and we'll set ourselves free.
Cannot let them free.
Scarrick, this is probably the best way.
No, I won't risk their lives.
So,
Hop in
Are
a
you
boat,
letting him
jump
move?
over the other side and
no,
swim.
I'm still kind
Oh,
of
he's
holding
still
it. So
keeping a thingy.
we'll make it look good. Drop your sword.
Scarrick, look, we have your
Let
word.
us
You
tie
won't.
you up, and then we'll get them to guard you.
As long we have your word, you don't hurt them. Otherwise, we will kill you.
As long as they don't hurt us.
Can't guarantee that.
Oh,
Can,
are we going?
can we tie them up?
Are we going to trust these criminals? Are we
No, if they can jump up the little boat, swim.
with their pants? Take their pants off.
Oh yeah, I like that idea. Take the pants. We want your pants.
We're going to tie them up. Is the first mate cooperating or what?
He said he'll happily be tied up and put in the boat with a loose tie, so he gets a chance of getting away, or they'll jump over.
He will strangle the
And
first
risk it.
moment he gets.
So we're
Let
gonna.
us jump. Let the tide decide.
Do you remember last time we let some criminals go and they basically told us to go fuck ourselves as they sailed away?
Yeah.
That didn't pan out super well.
I'm
All
gonna
right,
I'm gonna tie him
decide.
up. Tie him all up, but it's not gonna be loose. It's gonna be as tight as I
Wait.
can do it.
Nice.
We didn't agree to this.
It's got to look
What's
good.
the deal? You tie us on what?
And we put you in the boat, and then you can
Tie you up, hand you over to the other
you can
two,
break free.
and then
Then you
break
need
free.
to tie us in the boat, don't you? Otherwise, we're not going to be able to get down.
They'll
Yeah, I
catch you.
think you can.
We'll toss you and they'll catch you.
It's a 9-foot drop. We're not idiots.
I fell it once already tonight. That's what happened.
Huh.
Yes, well, shorter drop from there than the hangman's noose, wouldn't you say?
So
The
have we at least disarmed them? Has he have they still got the? Has he got his
You
sword?
want me to
yeah,
cut the wizard's arms off?
All right, okay.
they've dropped the swords.
Yeah, drop the sword.
I'll cut the wizard's arms off.
I will pick up the swords from the ones that they've dropped. All right. We lower you down without restraints, and we'll tie you in the boat. And as I'm like scooping up their swords, I cast message to Styles and say, if they don't have the weapons, we can basically do what we want. So I say we try and subdue them.
They say,
Yeah.
let us see the edge. Let's see this boat. And they move across to the edge. Come, Punkata.
I start walking, I follow them, and as they go to as they get to the edge, I'm gonna try and wrap my arms around the first mate and
All right.
look to
Yeah.
Styles and go, now.
Because as you do, he's going to try and jump over.
I figured he was.
So,
Yeah. I'm gonna grab the go for the. You said it was the bosun.
yeah. So, strength for you, Ozzy.
Come on, baby. 15 minus 1, 14.
So, you
Oh,
managed to grab the first mate.
I got
Styles?
19.
Let's see. Shit, it's close. He just slips out your arm slightly, but you manage to just catch him by the scruff and pull him back on board. And then, who is trying to grab the mage or no one?
Don't know. Pike has the.
Like,
Could
are you
try.
going for it?
I will try. We'll try.
8.
14.
You manage to grab him as all three of them begin to try and jump over. You grab him and pull him to the deck. They're now unarmed and on the deck.
Ha!
You
Ha!
bastards.
Tricked you, fucker! And I pull him down and Scar, help me time.
You guess is this guy over here still alive?
Oh yeah, where's that?
Yeah, he jumps
I
over.
guess at that point, like them all doing that, he's already jumped.
He
Yeah.
jumped.
Let the
Yeah,
shark
I'll
have
help,
there
I'll
still.
help these. I'll help.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Ozzy tie this guy up.
The lizard folk, you'd see him just watching out the door, seeing what you're doing. Wary. You manage to tie him up.
I turn.
Time to the mast.
Yeah, tie. Yeah, let's tie him to the mast. I turn and look in that room and see them. Do they look scared, apprehensive? Like what's the demeanor?
Confused.
Confused.
Yeah. Not quite sure what's going on.
We mean you no harm.
Who are you? Why are you here?
We are lizard folk.
No
You
shit.
know us by. We need the weapons.
What weapons?
Come. And if you allow him to pass, he steps out.
Yeah, hello.
And he takes you down into...
As
Yeah,
as
okay.
Scarrig.
I'm just gonna say to Picard, watch Picard. Watch these three. Any of them move, melt the face off.
As Scarrig leads them, can I just go check the captain and search his body?
Yes, you can. And I'll have to find out what's on him. Just let me see where he takes you. How the fuck does he go? Ah, here we go. Being fucking blind. I am being fucking blind. Oh yeah, there is. Yeah. Okay. So let me reveal some areas. So, captain's body. There isn't much on his body apart from his longsword. He doesn't appear to have been prepared for your entry. He came out of a room which, if you look into it, you can see is a captain's cabin. So you're welcome to explore that in a minute if you wish.
Yeah,
But
I would.
on his body itself,
I would.
there isn't
I would
really
do that
anything.
after checking him over. And the longsword, does it look just like a standard longsword or anything special? Or...
Yeah, it's fairly standard. It's not magical or anything like that.
Okay.
There's no distinct like
Blow.
markings or anything. Yeah.
Okay.
So the lizard folk takes you down through the hold, and into a chamber, and then in the back of the chamber, he looks at the wall at the rear, and then pushing on certain bits, it opens, and inside is a really small secret compartment. In here, the cramped area, only 4 feet wide at its widest, is sandwiched between the adjacent cabins and the ship's stern. It contains 8 large, irregularly shaped bundles wrapped in oilskin and bound with light rope. They're piled at random on the deck as though thrown in casually at the doorway. He leans down and opens up one of the bundles, and inside you see the heads of several morning stars wrapped together with long swords and shields. These are bundles of weapons. And he looks at these and he says, "Weapons.
For
The enemy. For home.
who's the enemy?
Mine.
Your enemy?
For home."
And I like
And as
gesture
you're in
for
this
us to them.
chamber, as you're in this room down here, you hear a banging coming from the wall over here. It's like a and that
Obviously, I'll gesture for him to take the.
that's where we're going to leave it.
Oh,
There's 10 bundles in there, so there's too much for him to carry. So yeah, banging in the south cabin. You were about to search the captain's quarters. Everyone tied up on the mast. I think that's a good place to pause. And
No, it's
then
not.
follow up next session.
No, we got another few hours left.
You have a few hours left. That's the issue. And that is the end of session 4.
What the fuck is going on this boat?
What mysteries lie on the Sea Ghost?
See, that went well.
awesome.
Yeah, really. To be fair, even if 3 of you,
Nice persuasion at the end there.
as soon as 3 of you are on the deck, then it would have all kicked off anyway. So
Yeah.
I knew that.
Yeah.
They're not.
I thought I'd get ahead of the game.
Hey, you got a nice hat out of it.
Oh, absolutely.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
That's awesome. Nice one.
Yeah,
fun.
good fun as always. Thank you, Paul.
That's all right. I'll have to find a
Yeah, thank you.
date for the next one. We'll get something sorted. And yeah, see what's on the rest of the Sea Ghost and see if any of you actually know how to sail a ship. Since you killed all the people who do. Actually, you haven't killed them yet.
That's true, actually.
But I don't think they're going to work for you.
No.
I am pretty persuasive.
Oh, dear. All right, guys, cool. I'll see you later.
Awesome.
Awesome. See you in a bit.